trying to help Aaron the other day set up his stream. I had to put mine in enable bandwidth test so that I could keep like going in and out of stream so that I could show him what he needed to be looking at. So I was in the test. I was in the bandwidth test. So nothing was going across. We are now live. So there we go. Sorry to everyone who missed the introduction. Basically, here's the thing. The group is in Lylon. They just killed a bad guy who is trying to cause a bunch of water elementals to eat some people, and they rescued potentially some kids from an arcane archer. As I said, you guys are kind of perched on this dock about 60 feet away from this island where you see all these humanoid figures laying unconscious on the ground away from you. And that is pretty much where we're kind of picking up today. Like I said, you can see the water sort of churning and bubbling between you and this island, as these figures, as these elemental creatures emerge from the water, starting to make their way up to the island. So what would you like to do?
Run away.
Run away. Seconded.
No.
I only have you
my
on.
WebSocket's not connected again.
I think.
Got the link. Try this again.
Wait, what's going on? WebSocket not working?
I was trying to get on there. I don't know why it's not loading.
Okay.
Are you using the correct one? Okay.
I deleted the other one. That's why it's weird.
I'll say the one that we use should be pinned. The one that we use would be pinned in the P5 chat anyway, so.
Me will look to the group and be like, listen, if you guys want to fight that, be my guest. I'll get the kids and get them to a safe spot and maybe get us some backup for this.
We can't forget that there's some archer, if that was mentioned.
Me definitely saw the archer. You were one of the ones who did see it. But you also saw that he ran off.
He was hit with it.
Yeah.
That's why he's saying he'll grab the kids, take them somewhere safe, and possibly get us some backup.
Backup from the town? There is no backup.
That's where you're wrong. You think there's no backup. There's always somebody in town.
While you are discussing this, you see these creatures fully emerging and starting to make their way up to the island.
Listen, no time to discuss it. You guys figure that mess out. I'll get us some backup. I'm immediately going to run to where the kids are, ignoring every other person.
One of us ran.
You stay here and help them out and make sure none of them die. Be a shame if we lose more crew members. And there he goes.
He gives a thumbs up, considering Aaron's not here.
He's in the call.
He's in the call, but he's not talking.
I see his icon.
Yeah, he's just not talking.
All right.
Wait, Smith. Wait, why is Smith muted?
He's deaf.
And
Smith
deafened.
is always muted.
Yeah, but why is he deafened?
I don't know about deafened.
He's deafened, though. He can't hear anything.
Maybe the doggy's barking.
Yeah,
but he wouldn't be deafened for that.
Yeah, deafened would be that he can't hear us.
He doesn't want to hear us. He wants to hear the doggy. I'm just kidding. I can message him on Facebook.
All right, off we go, me. Off we go. Off of the map.
Me runs off.
There you go.
So, like I said, this is a more appropriate representation of where you guys are. Oh, there's Smith. Okay, now we're
near
good.
the edge of the spot.
Okay.
Coming
up here, getting the kids.
I thought we had 3 obvious foes.
No, Lucas fucked up.
Yeah, there was 2.
Oh, we only have 2?
I thought there was 7.
I'm sorry, I thought everybody was an enemy.
Wait, no.
I will say, though, something that you did notice about this one on the left is that the thing that you notice about this one is that until it emerged from the water, it was entirely invisible. Whereas the one on the right was not. Like, you could see it kind of like coming up out of the water. It wasn't until the one on the left fully formed and was like up out of the water that you even knew that something was there.
Why does this say game paused?
Because
I
he has
assume
the
you're
map
showing
paused.
the island map.
Yeah, I see the island
I
map. I don't see.
Well, he
no,
did
I
that,
see
so
Leylon
I have my character.
Wait, you guys should see the map of Lylon.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what we see.
Okay,
That's what we're
If it
saying.
says, if it says
about the
game pause,
island.
that means I'm on a different map, so don't worry about that.
But
That's fine.
now, Lucas, if I recall, I know the kids are about here. Didn't you say the other spot was like around here?
Yes.
Ish. Okay,
The other
that's essentially it.
spot?
I'm grabbing the kids and we're making a mad dash for around here.
So here's the thing.
Oh,
That is. Oh wait, actually, here's the original. Here's the original map. This is where.
yeah, but that'd take him like the entirety of a combat.
So, and that's kind of the thing that I want to get across. The Kraken Priest is now dead. So
like
you're basically
or 2 at least.
you are basically going to go 20, 60, and then the whole way up to there, and then to get over to where you want to be would be...
I mean, we can get to the kids in 1 turn action because of dash. Because I have 60 feet movement speed.
Well, so here's the thing. Looking at it on my side and doing the calculations, it is going to take you... it is going to be like a 300-foot movement.
So that would take me, if I just keep endlessly dashing, that would take me about 5 turns of combat.
Well, also consider that the children don't know you.
Yeah.
You're going to
You
have to try and persuade
children.
them to go with you. Not only that, but anime is right there, so that might play into your favor. But to the same degree, like I said, you're going to be in a situation where you're going to have to run up there, convince the kids to go with you. And
Okay, so I would need to... Okay, then I'll just alter what I was going to do then. I'll just change that plan. I'm still going to run up there and essentially just tell the kids, get bunker down because of the freaking archer could still be out. Make sure they are not visible whatsoever from any angle. And just keep the bird there.
And then you're making a mad dash?
I guess just a mad dash back because my main thought was, I don't see a boat for us to cross this water to get to the other side.
You don't. And in fact, the water is kind of like waist high. So it is going to be difficult terrain if you don't have a swimming speed, which none of you do.
Nope.
So that means that you are going to have half movement moving across through there.
So yeah, essentially, I'm going to do that then. I'm going to do my mad dash up there and tell the kids, make sure they are not visible whatsoever. Ever they can keep the bird there or whatever, and just tell them I'm friends with the people that own the bird and helped out. Because they would have saw me through the
Oh.
cracks fighting these two dead people.
They would have, but again, it's they're kind of terrified.
True.
So you'll have to deal with that once you get up to them.
Yeah.
But I mean, a 60-foot dash, or are you able to? Okay, so a 60-foot dash is going to get you to there. As soon as me, takes off, he says this and he takes off. What is everyone else doing?
Is it all supposed to be black?
No, it's not.
Okay, I don't know why.
Is that better?
Just I refreshed it. I was just like, why are we all standing in a black pit? Okay.
Yep, nope, should not be a black pit.
There we are. Yeah, that's better.
All right, so yeah, me basically says that he is going to go tell the kids to stay hunkered down, and then he is going to go and try and get some reinforcements. So while he is doing that, what are you all doing?
I'm trying to cast Fireball through my staff, which I cannot do anymore.
Yeah, you're sitting there. You is sitting there like your staff
Fireball,
pointed out.
Fireball.
Like, yeah, nothing
Got
happening
hand, like,
whatsoever.
What's going on here?
I don't think I really did doing much. The kids are on the other side.
No.
They're very far away from
I'll say the
home.
kids. So the kids are. Let me pull up this map. So the kids are up where Me's icon is.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So yeah, the kids are sitting up. The kids are up here. Well, currently Jared is right there. The rest of the group is this giant icosahedron. And all the creatures that you guys are seeing, and all the fishers and townsfolk and Neverwinter guards who are laying unconscious are down here on this island, which this distance is about 60 feet of waist-high water, marshy, kind of swampy water.
Hey, Lucas, how big of a fall is this?
That fall is approximately
3d8.
Because
no,
I'm trying to think, if I get the kids, run them down the stairs, and just jump off of this platform here, and then would that be faster?
So that drop down would be probably about 15 feet, like straight down. So you're gonna be subjected to falling damage.
If I go down the stairs and then jump off of the small pier here.
Jumping down off the pier, no. Like once you get down to the more flat platform, then it's like just a 5-foot drop.
I'm just thinking about that would be
save
faster.
the kids though, because Anime is telepathically linked to Iluna, so she can just
And when
get
Anime gets
closer
shot by
and-
a corrosive arrow.
No, she will just tell the kids whatever you're going to tell the kids. I thought you weren't. Were you trying to rescue?
Yes.
You went back to the rescuing option.
Well, no. Like, yes and no. I'm going back to tell them to hunker down, but also get us reinforcements. The main issue is right now, though,
I think
that archer is still alive.
That's
That
what I was
archer is
saying.
still
I
there.
can tell.
Yeah, the point that Stacy is
Yeah.
making is that since she is telepathically linked.
If all you're doing is talking to them, then
Well, then I'll just
don't-
head straight for reinforcements.
Anime can't.
I have to pass them anyway.
Oh my gosh, hold on
That's
a
the
second.
only thing. Anime cannot relay to the children that
She can't.
right. So like you could let Anime know, but the kids could then try and run off, like, and escape on their own. So yeah, while this is all going on, like I said, these things are moving up onto the land.
I want to cast Thaumaturgy and start yelling at them.
Can I get
Okay.
a picture of them? How big are these things? Are they pretty big?
So
Large?
that is what
They're
the
water
that is what the one
elementals.
that's on the left looks like. So it is a giant water creature. The one on the right has a slightly more humanoid shape to it, but it is more just comprised of water. So where the other one almost has form to it, the one on the right seems more like a living torrent of water.
How far away
and
are
that-
they from us?
They
unconscious
are
people.
They are 60. They're 60 feet away from you. Like the edge of the island is 60 feet away from you. They are, they are about the same distance away. But I mean, they're only like 10, 15 feet away from these folk.
I want to start messaging.
Well,
Messaging who?
The unconscious people.
They are
Trying to wake them up.
unconscious.
Yes,
They're
but if
not
they hear
unconscious.
voices in their head, maybe they'll wake up.
So message is that you point a finger at a creature and whisper a message, and they hear it in a whisper. So it would be as if you were unconscious and somebody came up next to you and was like, "Hey, buddy, wake up."
Plus,
hey, buddy.
I'm reading the unconscious condition. They're considered incapacitated.
Yeah,
So message
so-
wouldn't work.
Right. So they're not able to take actions or anything like that, and they can't move or speak and are unaware of their surroundings.
So thaumaturgy wouldn't work either for making my voice loud.
I mean, making your voice loud is definitely going to be a thing that could help. But again, you're 60 feet away. There is a thunder and lightning storm going on. The water is choppy. There is lightning crashing down around the water. So you would have to be up on the island in order for thaumaturgy to really have any kind of, grand effect.
Yeah, you said it's difficult terrain, so that reduces our speed. Is it halved?
Yes, that means
So
that
if
for
we walk-
every foot of movement you move forward, you have to spend 2 feet of movement. So all movement is halved.
Yeah, we haven't had difficult terrain in a long time, so
Mm-hmm.
if ever, I think. we create
Once or twice.
difficult
Once or twice, but you
Alright.
guys mostly overcame it. All right. I need to know what the group's doing.
I'm gonna.
How many are there?
Eldritch Blast.
There's 2. There is, and I will just say what they are. The one on the left is a water weird. The one on the right is a water elemental. This way I can at least just distinguish between them, but there is one of each.
Eldritch Blast.
On which one?
Left.
Okay. Range on that, I believe, is 120 feet, if I'm not mistaken.
T.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
17 for the first,
All right.
and 14 for the second.
They both hit.
Nine for the first,
Mm-hmm.
11 for the second.
All right. So with that, we are going to roll initiative. Because you is initiating that.
Hell yeah.
So who's not here?
I'm sorry, what's that, Smith?
Is everyone here at the we're on like a pier, right?
You guys are on a pier, yeah. So you're I wish that I had this on like a double scaled map. You know what? Actually, I might be able to do that. That'd be a honking ass map,
Ooh.
though. I don't even know. I don't even know if my.
I mean, if you want, for the sake of argument, you can just show their map, as we kind of already know the path and whatnot that Mii's going to take and
I
how
mean
many feet.
that I'm not so concerned about. It's more it's more just being able to have
Oh.
everything all on one.
Trying to show them on a pier.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds because I should be able to do this very quickly. Canvas size, I need to double the height, so that becomes 4520.
Oh my goodness.
Vertically?
Horizontally?
Upside down.
Horizontally?
Absolutely.
Okay, bada bing, bada boom. And then we're going to.
Hey, Lucas, quick question.
What's up, buddy?
If I take the dash action, I can't use it again, even if I can use it as a bonus action due to another thing?
What do you mean?
Like, I can't move 90 feet instead of 60 by doing dash twice because I have cunning action, but I also can just use dash as a regular action?
No, you definitely can do that. That's definitely a thing
Okay.
you can do as a rogue. You can use the
yeah, I have cunning action and nimble escape, so sweet. So this might not take 5 rounds of combat. I didn't know that. Shit. I should have asked at the beginning before I did that. Oh well.
It's all good.
What was the question?
If he takes the dash action as a full action, he still has a bonus action, so he could dash as a bonus action. Getting another
As well?
Because
not on top, like, so he's only gonna have 30 feet of movement. But each dash would get him another 30.
Are you saying he's
Yeah.
dashed twice in a turn?
I can because of cunning action, because you can take a bonus action on each of your turns to take dash, disengage, or hide.
Yeah, that's like I said, that's definitely a thing that that is definitely a thing that rogues can do. Monks can do it as well.
But is that an actual game mechanic that he can use dash twice?
I mean, you can, like I said, it doesn't matter. There's no stipulation that you can't use it as an action if you've already taken it as a bonus action. It'd be like if you spent your action hiding and then failed, you could also spend your bonus action trying to hide, because it's two separate actions. So, because I forget what the whole thing is called, like what the whole ability is called.
Oh, yeah. Rogues are quick, so at second level, they can take the dash action as a bonus action at the end of each of their turns in combat on top of their normal action. I'm literally looking at it right now.
Yep.
If you can dash as a bonus action, you can move, dash, then dash again, moving thrice your speed in a round.
Yeah.
If you have the ability to do so.
Right. Like it said, it's all based on if you actually have the ability to do that. So.
Cool.
Where's this motherfucker?
I didn't do
A
it.
third one emerges out of the ocean.
No, it's not an ocean.
Yeah, do we get any idea how many there are? Are there just the two, or
You only just see the two.
Ew, gross. I just remembered I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow with my primary care physician to see about my
Oh.
fingers. I don't want to
Sorry
wake
for that.
up.
Pictures
I don't
didn't
wanna wake up
happen.
in the morning.
Yeah, bitch.
You don't want pictures.
I don't want
I'm
pictures.
just kidding.
So
I mean,
I,
right
I
now,
want pictures.
right now
I'm-
you can't see it anyway. I have all of my fingers bandaged up with medically prescribed ointment that's supposed to reduce the swelling of the blisters and cure the burns. So
Oh my goodness.
Said ointment.
I look like the old 2007 emo kids that would wear band-aids on their fingertips because they thought it looked cool.
my brother.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Don't call seeing people like that.
I was gonna say I never saw anyone like that. Can
Yeah.
I?
was-
Can you
was my
Can you send a
brother.
picture? I need to know
No,
what this
no, I
looks
definitely
like.
won't do that. He'd kill me.
No, I
Probably
meant
just-
him because he said that's
Oh.
what he looks like. Enlighten me, Jared.
All right, so I legit don't know how well this map is actually going to load on for you guys, because it might
It's a
just
black void.
yeah, I'll say it might just be a huge ass file. Like this is a huge ass file, so I don't know if this is actually going to work. Yeah, no, this is not going to work. This is taking too long to load on my side. All right, so anyway, like I said, these are the creatures that you can see. Me is currently I'm going to put me 90 feet up
Okay.
there.
Thank you. I was just going to accept that it wasn't 90 feet because that was my fault for screwing that up, but
No, it's
thank
fine.
you.
So,
Yep.
what does dash do exactly? Does it double your movement speed?
Yeah, so
No.
well, okay, so the dash action allows you it allows you to gain extra movement equal to your speed. So after applying any relevant modifier, so with a movement speed of 30 feet, you can move up to 60 feet. If you have the ability, like a monk or a rogue, to be able to dash as a bonus action, he can use his bonus action to gain another 30 feet. It doesn't double. I mean, it essentially doubles, but it wouldn't be like you're doubling it
I
and
go
then you're
60
doubling it
feet, then
again.
120.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah. With that, you would have to have the boots of speed, which when you use an action to tap your heels together, then all of your movement is doubled. So with that, you could dash, you could use,
I
activate
use
those.
my action, tap it, and then use my bonus action and just
Yeah.
take off.
Right. Now, that's actually something that has happened in this campaign because of Zash. JJ was playing a Tabaxi monk, and he had the ability to double his movement speed, and he had either it was something of elven kind. No, he just had the boots of speed. So he was able to do that, and then on top of that, his movement speed was 45 feet as a monk. So his normal dash was already 90. Then that got bumped up to 135 if he bonus actioned, and if he had the boots of speed already active, then it's even more.
See, Lucas, all I remember is when you were trying to make an Eric Crocker or whatever, and it could move like 600
no,
feet in one turn, but died from the force.
Yeah. The Eric Hokra who could fly up 600 feet. Tabaxis are the fastest ones. That and Harengon. Harengon can be quick as fuck too.
Because the argument was it would just die from the G-force instantly because that's 6 seconds of rapid acceleration.
It was basically the same amount of force as like a dozen elephants just hitting you all at once. Okay, so with me heading back to go and try and talk to the kids, the rest of you see you cast Eldritch Blast out at this one on the left. That is where combat is going to start. Stacy, I need you to roll initiative. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you guys have to fight these things. This is just what you has decided to do. So, first in the order is going to be me. You make your way up to where the kids are. You see them cowering behind this small little stone wall on this house. Anime is kind of like perched on a piece of rubble next to them and is keeping watch. And as soon as she sees you, she kind of like perks up for a moment, and she's still maintaining that protective posture.
I'm just gonna look at the kids and whatnot and be like, listen, kids, that archer could still be out there. I'm just saying take more cover than this small little wooden place. I mean, maybe if there's a hole in the wall, crawl in there, just stay safe. We're handling the situation. The bird's still here to protect you. I'm going to try and find us some backup since the town's guards or whatever are pretty much useless.
They look at you and they just sort of like quietly nod. You're not telling them to run out into there. But you see that Glenwell, even with his injured arm, he is trying to take like some of the debris that has fallen off of this house next to them and kind of like creating a very makeshift like little palisade in front of him and Bernice, trying to block them off. So, and they just
doing good, kid. You're doing good, kid.
Just kind of like gives a bit of like a quivering nod.
I can tell you're fishermen, kids. And then he's going to take off.
All right. So from there, you are going to...
Because like I said, if it's faster going down this way and jumping from here, I'll probably do that.
Wait, show me again on there.
Okay. If I run from here and then run down these steps, jump off and shoot across, if it's faster, I'll do that.
That's literally the... Well, so here's the thing. You could essentially take off. What would that be? That would be you could essentially take off 30 feet worth of movement if you just jump down from this top pier, but you are going to you would incur some falling damage. So that's up to you. If you're willing to jump off and take that dive and take a little bit of falling damage, then you would be able to cut off like almost an entire turn's worth, or like, at least 30 feet of movement.
I could do that because I was looking at some of my bullshittery that I have. I can easily do that.
Okay. All right. So we are going to go back to the battle screen. Now keep in mind, you guys are on this pier right... Oh, shit. My app just crashed. You guys are on the pier right at the bottom of this fishery. There you go. So you guys are on the pier down there. So Cephas, it is your turn. What would you like to do? Like I said, you see he shoots out this eldritch blast. It goes over and hits the water weird, which you see it kind of ripples and flows around it. It does not seem to have taken much care for that. It did like look back and it like swatted away at what it thought was there, but it is still turning its head back to this smorgasbord that is laid out before it.
Do we have like a general consensus if you want to try and fight these guys now or later?
I don't think
Anybody?
that really wasn't fully discussed.
No,
I know.
we talked
I
about how
don't
Mee's
think we
running
should
off.
fight them because I think we all need to like full rest and shit. Personally.
By
So
a
I know you
full
guys aren't
rest,
really
all of
spells,
those guards
but-
will be dead.
Yeah, they build
Except his
dead.
Kesley.
We don't have full rest option. Oh, Septus doesn't have to fight anybody. He doesn't want to.
So you guys are all just planning to attack him then, do you think?
Probably. I don't
Whatever
even
the
I'll
know
sound
the
do
thing
what
plan.
Show
the
confidence there.
I mean,
what the
as,
group's
as
doing. I'll
soon
stick
as
with them.
one of us attacks them, they're gonna notice us and draw a bunch of attention. So it's not like we
Does
run
anybody have
off
any
without
range spells or anything
being
left? Has anybody got anything to
ranged.
shoot them with?
I always have my ranged weapon. You're the one. What do you're concerned because you can't get very close.
Well, I can't
Unless
get
he
close with
trudges through the
movement.
water.
And he's also
Yeah, I know.
fire
Even so, my
based
health
too.
isn't that great though. I'm fire based, yeah.
When somebody uses enlarge,
Uh-huh.
does their does anything increase like their AC?
No.
Bear knows the answer to this.
No.
They're
In
just
large
really big.
casting in large simply doubles your size in all dimensions and multiplies your weight by 8. So you go from
Doesn't it also give you extra damage die?
that's the only other thing that goes well, there's two other things that go along with it. You get advantage on strength checks and saves, and your weapon grows to match your size, dealing an additional 1d4 of whatever damage it normally deals. So, but there's no bonus to AC or anything like that. If anything, truth be told, your AC should go down the bigger you are, because AC is just a measurement of how hard you are to hit, and the bigger the target, the easier it is to hit it. I mean, unless you're a stormtrooper,
The bigger you are, the harder they fall.
Yeah.
I was thinking, harder to injure because they're humongous.
I mean, also consider that Cephas, who is, if you're thinking about this with Cephas, mind you, I don't know what you're considering. Cephas is wearing half plate, which means all of his armor is based on that. So like, just because that's growing, he's growing in proportion with that. So it would just be as easy to hit.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Would I have any idea whether these are from a different plane of existence? Considering that, I mean, is that something I would know?
I would say only because you and I have discussed that Smith has, in fact, studied planar travel and the different elemental planes of chaos. You would know that these are water. You know that these are elementals, and therefore are summonable, like monstrosities from those planes of existence. Like, those are their home planes.
Wait,
What's that?
Yeah, what does that mean? What does that mean exactly?
So that just means that they are native to those planes. But, that's like, it would just be saying the same as, like, a devil is from the abyss, or a fiend is from the nine hells, or what have you. Or I got that
Basically,
backwards.
I'm trying to ask if banishment would be effective or not.
But I need to see the exact wording of banishment. If it's native, yeah. So, oh yeah. So when you cast banishment, it's concentration for up to a minute. If it's native to a different plane, it's banished with a faint popping noise, returning it to its home plane. If the spell ends before 1 minute has passed, the target reappears in the space it left.
Yeah, but if it's from a different plane of existence, it'll
It
stay
goes
there.
right. It goes back to there. Whereas if it's not from that plane, it does just come back. So you could try and banish this back from where it came entirely.
And it would stay there? Assuming the spell
as long as the spell is maintained for a solid minute. Yes.
Okay. I'll tell the group that's my plan.
Do you have banishment?
I do.
Oh, holy shit, you do have banishment. Okay. Cool. Oh, so you can only banish one of them. Gotcha.
Correct.
Okay.
Which one? Which one are you aiming to banish?
I'm sorry?
Which one are you planning on banishing?
Which one?
I guess it'd be effective on both. I don't know.
Well,
Are they both like in the same area, I guess? On the other map, it looks like they're pretty far apart.
They are a good distance apart. They are about 75 feet apart.
Are they both going for us on the pier?
No, they're both going after the non-moving morsels that lay unconscious upon the island, as if they have been given a platter.
And what are these unconscious bodies again?
Those are common folk and Neverwinter guards. So, under the working assumption that these are some of the fishers and townsfolk and the guards that have been helping protect Lylon.
Uh-huh. But they're both going towards those bodies?
Yes.
Uh-huh. I don't think it matters which one we banish. I think regardless, if we banish one successfully, we'll have maybe a fighting chance.
Banish the bigger one. The warrior one.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm just going to try and shoot an arrow at the guy on the left. I don't know, maybe it'll get his attention or something. Buy Smith a bit of time for that. And that's about it, I think. Yeah, I ain't going any closer. That's for damn sure.
Okay.
Albina, you don't have banishment, do you?
I do not believe, not this right now.
For some reason, I thought you had it.
Go ahead and roll your attack, Cephtus. Yeah, I double checked. She doesn't, because that's actually what I thought. Because I always attribute banishment to clerics.
What is it? Wizard, cleric, and
That's a lot of people actually. Funny enough, cleric, paladin, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard. It's like all holy rollers as well as arcane. All right, that hits Cephtus.
Oh, nice.
All right. Okay, so.
Oh, I get 2 attacks.
Oh yeah. That's right.
I'm sorry, what is Cephtus doing again?
Nice. He's shooting his bow and arrow. That's 20. Good job. All right, so it's going to be, it's what, 1d8. Remember, we'll always go with the first number. Okay, so it's going to be 2 plus 8, so 10. So good on that. All right. So up next is going to be Smith. I will say that there's, like I said, the churning of the water here is, just like this tumultuous space between you and them. The water is just kind of like, this ever bubbling, mixing torrent of muddy water.
All right. They're within 60 feet.
Yes, because I am going based on if you move up to the end of the pier, then yes, because I'm going with the end of the pier being at the bottom of the map there where you guys are, so that would be within 60 feet.
Do I get any sense of which one's the bigger threat by chance? Probably not.
You don't, because you haven't seen either one of them do anything particularly, other than like they are going up there. Like I said, the biggest difference, they're both large. They are very big creatures, but the one on the left, like I said, it's kind of like melding with the water. It appears to be a creature formed from this. And it's like I said, it's like a creature formed from the water where you couldn't even actually see it when it was forming up out of the water. The one on the right appears to be more humanoid in its shape, but it is literally just like the force of water. Think of like the Ice Titan from Hercules the movie, but made of water. Like that's more of what that one looks like, whereas the other one kind of looks like a serpentine creature made of water, but with more shape.
Yeah, let's go for the first one, I guess.
The one on the left?
The one I kind of... Yeah.
Okay.
That would be a charisma save 16.
Okay.
No whammies.
What's
You said a charisma save 16?
Yeah.
I got a 15.
Woo!
I thought he said Christmas. I'm so glad you said charisma. I was like, what is he talking about? Christmas save.
Christmas save.
I like this 2 weeks. It's more than 2 weeks past.
Christmas save, yeah. All right, yeah, so it fails. So you see this thing just kind of like out of existence from where it was.
Oof.
Okay, and then I'll kind of fall back and like behind everyone else, so I'm not an easy target.
Okay.
And try to last that minute.
All right. So you see the water elemental. It steps up. 1 second. You see that this one steps up out of the water. The water just kind of, pulling up around it, but it makes its way up onto this island, and it goes over to where one of these guards is laying, and you see that it reaches down and it picks up this unconscious body, and you just see that it throws it into the water.
Oh my god.
As you see just this, ragdoll just hit the water, begin being churned up with this torrent.
Ridiculous.
And it's gonna go up to there to finish its movement. And it is at that point that you see a tendril, similar to that water weird that you just banished, pop up out of the water right over here to the right, as it pulls this guard down into the water.
A fine sacrifice to Cthulhu.
Yeah. Ooh, did not mean to click that button.
Wrong game. Wrong game.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's a Cthulhu god in D&D somewhere.
Okay. Iluna, you just, like I said, you watched this water elemental go up on the island, and it picked up one of the guards, tossed him into the water like a lifeless doll, as you see these watery tendrils wrap around the guard and pull him underwater.
So am I too far to cast rescue?
What is the distance on rescue right now for you?
60 feet.
No, it's 90 because you're level 5.
Oh. Why does it say?
Because 60 is the base. But at level 5,
Oh.
it goes up to 90.
I see. Should be edited in the info right beside it, so it's accurate. Anyhow,
be my guest, Stacy. Go ahead and make a new homebrew spell that accounts for that, because unfortunately, making a leveled spell you can't really do it like that.
Trust me, I know because of Elemental Blade.
Yeah.
So because this thing is grappled, you will have to make a strength contest against this thing.
Okay. That would suck. No. Wait. So what do I need to roll?
You need to roll an athletics check.
Wait, not a strength check.
I mean, you're trying to wrestle this thing away. So I mean, I'll make it just a straight strength check. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt to give you a +3 because you have a +3 to athletics.
My strength has okay.
Okay.
It was a
So
saving throw. That's the wrong.
What? Oh yeah, it's the same thing.
I was looking at the wrong part of the thing.
All right, so you cast this. As you do, you see that your arcane chain wraps around this creature, and you wraps around the soldier and drags its body through the water towards you. I'm assuming you are you going down into are you just pulling up onto the pier?
Yeah, like behind me or whatever. So he's a bit further away from the water. Does he seem alive?
I mean,
he's like he didn't.
He is basically on death's door. He took a fair amount of damage being thrown, as well as being grappled and dragged under the water. So I mean, for what it's worth, he has 2 hit points left. So,
out of curiosity, Lucas.
Yeah.
Could she have done that to the water elemental?
So the water elemental, even though I have it on there, it is actually invisible.
Well, I'm just if she was able to see it, would she be able to?
Oh no, you can't cast rescue. You can't cast rescue on an unwilling creature. It has to be willing and allied, and I'm only technically an unconscious creature is not technically willing, but I'm giving it to Stacy because I get I get what she was going for.
I was wondering out of curiosity.
Yeah. No, rescue has to be for a willing allied target.
You've deemed unconscious as if they're allies or
if they're allies, yes. You cannot. You could not do it. Yeah, you could not do it to like an unconscious enemy.
So
unless you have Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast is just a different spell. All right. So, with that, unless you
wait,
have a
I'm
bonus
gonna-
unless you have like an action you want to do.
Wait, oh, rescue's a bonus action.
Yes, which means that you still have your action.
Oh, then I can shoot him with my bow
Mm-hmm.
or attempt to. Yeah, can I use the radiant? Oh my goodness. Oh, I still have some charges of that left. I'm gonna use
Okay.
one.
All right. So you're using a charge of the moonbow. Go ahead and roll your attack.
I'm gonna make this person my favorite foe. It's my. Oh
Are
my
you? I'm
nug's
assuming you're
gone.
attacking the water elemental, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the only
That
thing
misses.
left, isn't it?
Yes, it
Of course
is.
it does.
Technically, what you can see.
So that wasted my charge,
Correct.
or do I use the charge after it hits?
No, you are replacing your ammunition with that thing. So you
Yeah.
streak of light disappears.
That's what I figured.
Mm-hmm. But you still do have another action. You still have another attack. So are you attacking again?
Try again.
Are you using another charge? Okay. So you have one charge left.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. I do have one charge left. That's better.
That's much better. Go ahead and roll the damage.
I feel like I have something that would increase damage, but I can't even remember. Oh no. That rune stone, I keep thinking it's
That's
much
a
more
different
helpful
bow.
than it is, but I have to have advantage.
Well, that's
Yeah,
also
I have to
just
have
a different
advantage
bow.
anyhow.
Yeah, and you would also have to switch over to that weapon. So
Fine.
he is definitely not blinded.
That's unfortunate.
But it does take
doesn't
8
have
points of
eyes.
damage. No, he
Wait,
yeah, no, he definitely can be blinded. It's just I rolled a nat 20 on his con save.
Oh, crying out loud. Of course. I'm
All right.
losing all my charges. I only have one left, but that makes him my favorite foe, so I can do the 1d6.
All right. So,
Yeah?
oh yeah.
that
Yeah, you
right?
can make him your You can make him your favorite foe. Okay. Additional 2 points of damage.
So I kind
Yes.
of want to move because we're like right on the like edge of the pier, and there's some
Yes.
length.
You guys are right there. The soldier that you rescued is right there.
Poor guy. I couldn't have pulled him behind me.
I
Or
mean,
am
if you want to have
Oh.
stepped out to there and you would be standing there, you are more than welcome to. But there's really not like
Okay.
a ton of space
There,
on this pier.
doors in these buildings to gain a little bit of cover.
Hold on. Evens, there are doors, but they are locked. Odds,
No.
odds they have doors, but because there is damage done to these buildings, the amount of cover that you would gain from being inside there is going to be minimal. So odds. So that means that there are doors, but they are like the walls are kind of like blasted and kind of splattered or splintered. So you would be able to, you know, like throw him in there. I just literally don't have the inside of that building. So like you could roll him in there and he would get partial cover. So
I meant for myself.
oh yeah. If you wanted to
So
go
I
in
can
there,
come back out when it's my turn.
yeah, you would have half cover in there.
Because I can still shoot from, well, I can still see. We'll take care of this guy. Make sure he doesn't die. I used my damn spell on him. He has to live now.
So are you going to try and take some cover inside
Yeah.
that building? Okay. All right.
Yes.
So we will put you right there. He is kind of just like there on the ground. But it is while you are doing that and the guy is kind of laying there on the ground, all of a sudden you see from underneath. What?
Do I know?
Do you know? What do you mean?
You said you see.
Oh, shut up.
Everybody.
Um,
Gonna force a name change.
so as you watched Iluna pull this guy over to here, you see she takes 2 shots at the water elemental, but then you feel something wrap around your leg as the rest of you look down and you can see one of these smaller creatures shooting up its tendril at you. I need you to I need to roll to hit. Okay, that's a nat 20. So that's going to hit. You is going to take 10 points of damage.
Say hi to I for me.
I also need Lucas to make a, I believe, a dex save.
Why am I making a dex save?
Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, you're using your last spell slot. Okay.
I am.
That's a 12. Go ahead and roll the damage. Okay. And you see that you is pulled in and pulled underwater as you are grappled.
Don't drown. Hold your breath.
Funny enough, I actually had to pull up the rolls on breathing as well as on drowning.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can
I
survive.
have a quick question.
You can hold your breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus your Constitution modifier.
4.
Yeah, so you could survive
Oh,
for
so
5
you just
minutes.
stay under there.
Well, it's still going to be trying to hurt him, as you will see here in a
Yes.
minute.
I have a quick question. The
what's up?
the tiefling that whoever pushed into the water.
Yep.
Their bodies around.
Their body is like because of all the muddy water.
Because it's not very deep.
It's waist high, so I mean, you figure it's gonna be like this high, or I mean, like
nipple high.
Sorry, it's gonna be like this high. So, I mean, you're kind of standing out in like the shallower part of, or I mean, like the slightly shallower part of the shore. But with the storm and being that this is a marsh and it's muddy, you can't see his body. Plus, also just the torrent itself is causing that issue. But it's gonna be Yu's turn.
Well, the thing that had that's grappled me needs to make a wisdom saving throw now.
What are you doing?
Toll of the Dead.
So, you are underwater with it. As I said, these things are invisible when they are in water. Toll of the Dead requires you to see a creature.
Isn't it in the same 6-second round though? Wouldn't you've seen it as it was like grappling it?
No, that's not how that works. It's his turn. This thing is underwater with him.
Does it look like there's a source of magic that's keeping this storm a brewing
I'm
while we were?
right where you are. I mean, no.
Okay. Because it is surprising new things kept popping up, so that was in
So while I'm
Luna
underwater, am
thought.
I able to see that other? Am I able to see A1 while I'm underwater?
A1?
Yeah.
That's the big guy on
No.
land.
Like I said, you are like pulled underwater, grappled by this thing. I would say if you are trying to target A1, you would have disadvantage.
I know it's invisible underwater, but can't he also roll to break the grapple?
He could just try and break the grapple. Yeah, that's always been. I mean, that's just a thing he can always do.
That was gonna be my last resort that I was gonna have to go to.
All right, so what are you doing?
I guess I'll try to break the grapple.
All right, go ahead and roll me a strength check. Or, well, sorry, athletics.
It can matter because they're all shit.
Oh, it doesn't? Right, and that is... yeah, unfortunately, that fails.
What'd you roll?
I didn't. There's an escape DC. That's what I was just double checking.
Gotcha.
So, yep, and for right now, you are also restrained during this time. So that means attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attacks have disadvantage. So that would have accounted for that disadvantage. All right, Albina, you have just watched you get pulled under the water by one of these creatures, and as it pulls him under, you cannot see the creature anymore, but you do see at least the thrashing of you right there at the water.
I can't remember if I still have my spirit guardians out.
You do actually, because you casted that like as you ran down there.
Okay, so
So I'm gonna say that you have them for maybe like another, you know, I'll give you 3 rounds.
Okay, cool. So does that mean the thing that pulled him in, would I attack it? Would my spirit guardians have attacked it, or?
It is not within range.
Oh, okay.
Then
Wait,
how did
where?
it pull me into
Can you
water?
draw where he?
It's okay. Here's the thing. More of it is outside of the circle than it is in. It was able to get you, because it has a reach of 10 feet.
Gotcha. Okay. I was gonna see, like, you know, if that was like any reach there for it.
I mean, you could move over, like you could move
Yeah,
around the
yeah.
soldier.
I don't know if there's any way I can really rescue him out of the water. How far down is he?
So the drop down to the water is about 5 feet. So, like he's at least 5 feet down.
Okay, because I was gonna move past Smith. Is that Iggy, the blue one?
Iggy's
No,
over
that's
here.
me.
This is Smith. This is a soldier that was rescued by by Luna, and then you got yourself and Seftus.
Yeah, I don't even know. Okay, I guess that would be all my movement next to. I'll just see if I can move her. Well, maybe one more over.
I'll say yeah.
Okay, I just grabbed the wrong person.
No, it's all good. I get what you want to do. So you want to be right there, and what are you gonna try and do from there?
So rescue 60 feet, right? So I just.
Well, it's 90 feet. It's 90 feet because you're at least 5th level or higher. So,
oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so you could try and rescue him out of there. You're gonna make the same. You would make the same check that Iluna had to make to try and break the grapple on the soldier that she rescued.
Wait, which one was that? Which save? I'm sorry.
Well, you're going to contest a check against the water weird.
Which check?
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
If it I don't even know if it rolled.
I'm gonna make my life easier and just go based off of the escape DC instead of rolling every time.
My bonus action. When I cast it, it's taken forever.
Yeah, it is. Taking a little bit.
It took a moment for it even to drop. I like double clicked it, so I don't even know if I rolled once or twice. But
you only rolled once.
Okay, good.
So yeah, still just waiting.
And then do I roll for my spirit guardians? Or not yet?
It has to. I have to roll. You do have to roll for the damage on it. Yeah.
Okay, because I figure I can roll now, so you're not waiting later.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, no, because you moved into its space, it would. So he's going to make a wisdom save. He rolled a 1, so you're also going to need to roll the damage. Okay, so you got a 15. So you are going to pull you up onto the platform, and then roll the damage for your spirit guardians. I believe that would have been 3d8.
Yeah, I was trying not to go down to the 4th one or next one. Okay. Man, my internet must have something wrong with it today, because no, it's just this site. So I should try using it on my iPad next week or in 2 weeks.
Well, I mean, I'm going to say that as long as you roll at least 2 or above on each one, you're going to kill this thing.
Yay!
So...
Well, just kidding. It started rolling. The other one that said 4 turned into a 1.
Oh.
But then there's another one that's, I don't know what it's doing. It's like on the other side of my screen. I can't even tell what it is. 7.
Oh, 7? Okay, then we're good.
4. Okay,
yep.
Once they stop moving. 1, 4, 7. Okay.
Yep. It is so you basically you like, push past this soldier, push past Smith, push past Iggy, turn around, you throw out this arcane chain, you grapple or you wrap it around you, pulling him up onto the deck as you see these guardians that you summon around you begin to fly down and just start attacking at the water. As you see the water there just kind of like, bubbles and then just, is calm for a second before the current continues to kick back up. But you have killed that one.
Nice. And then where I don't see anything else around me, correct?
So keep in mind, this is what you are seeing ahead of you.
Okay.
So you do see that there is a water elemental up on the island. It was the one that threw the soldier into the water, where that one was grappled, but Iluna rescued him.
Damn it.
And then you also see, you also see just like all the other humanoids there on the island.
Yeah, let's see here. Nothing will really reach with any of my yeah. I guess I could do my, what do you call that thing? My dancing rapier. Is that an action or a bonus action?
To
That
do your
is-
dancing rapier,
Yeah.
that is a bonus action.
Darn. Okay, just kidding.
Yep.
I can't cast anything because that was also. So we're just gonna say, I have my Goblin's Bane out, and that's about all.
Okay, so you have your weapon out. All right. There we go. Kind of got the map a little bit better down there. All right, so top of the order, back up at me. Making a mad dash. That would be.
I hit the
That.
wrong button. I went to click unmute and I clicked hang out.
Nice.
You don't have to lie to us. It's okay.
But you
You're
would
tired.
make it there. You'd be like right at the top of the steps with your full 90 feet movement.
And then I can't jump down yet. So
Correct.
I would lose 30 feet by jumping.
So the thing is that, like I said, if you want to go down the stairs and then just sort of hop off of the pier where the water and where the water meets the sand, you're not going to take any damage. But if you're jumping off from the top of that dock, then you would take some damage.
Oh, okay. Because I remember you saying I would lose 30 feet. I'm like, am I using an action to jump or something?
No, you're
or?
like what I mean by that is you're saving yourself 30 feet of movement.
Okay.
Because
okay.
yeah, so what I'm saying is this
okay.
is a lot shorter than that.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm saying. You're
okay.
going to save yourself a fair amount of footage just by running and jumping.
Running, jumping, and rolling in the sand, hoping I don't take too much damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Understandable.
Cool. So, then we are on to Cephtus.
Okay, if I moved... Oh, I think it's stuck now. Damn it. Alright, I was going to move back on that pier, like 40 feet to the base of the steps. Would I still have line of sight to the enemy from there?
So you want to move, like, up here?
Yeah, just to the beginning of the steps. I think that was like 40 feet, wasn't it? Something like that.
Oh, yeah, up to there, yeah. That
Yeah.
was loud. So from there, you would have... you'd have 35 feet to the tip of the pier. And then on this map, to that guy would be another 65. So what are you trying to hit him with?
Just my longbow again. That's like 150, isn't it?
Yeah, 150. Yeah, you're still within range.
All right, sweet. And I will attack with that.
Okay. Yeah, definitely hits. All right. Deals 9 damage.
I guess.
And that's just a regular old longbow, right?
Yeah, it's just a regular longbow.
Okay.
Nothing special.
Cool.
Am I raging, by the way? Could I put that on if I'm not already?
You can use a bonus action to rage. So I mean, rage
Yeah, I can do
unfortunately does not give you any bonus to
To archery.
because it's only for strength
Yeah,
weapons.
no, that's fine. It's
Oh
just,
yeah. If you want it for
yeah,
the
it's just my protection only.
yeah. If you want it for the damage protection, absolutely. So with that, let me.
Actually, a quick question.
What's up?
If I can like light shit on fire by touching it. If I lit an arrow on fire, would that make any difference to it? Like damage wise, or not making any difference?
I mean, it would deal. I would have it do the same thing that Stacy's has done, which I think was an extra. It was either a D4 or a D6 in fire damage.
Cool. I might do that next time around then. I only just thought of it, so it doesn't matter for now.
Yeah. Yeah, because considering you don't have to use an action for that, you're essentially just setting aflame the object that isn't being worn or carried. So you could just like you're essentially like touching it to the tip of your fingers. You're loading up the arrow, and it's just lighting that on fire.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool. There we go. Pop your aura. All right. So now it is going to be this guys, and they have. Go to there.
Oh, what's going on?
What's that?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, I know. Ain't that the question of the day? What is going on? What is Albina's AC? 19. All right, you guys see another tendril reach up out of the water, trying to grab at Albina's legs. But I need Albina to roll her spirit guardian.
Can I spit on it?
I mean, sure.
Not until your turn.
I mean, sure.
Wait.
I guess as a free action, you can just give it more of your moisture.
Don't take away my spirit guardian's chance for glory, okay?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be
Spit
dealing
on them
that
before
much
they
damage.
They blind them. Did it roll? I can't tell.
It did. So we'll have to see because it is going to take half damage. So you would not have been able to do enough to kill it because I rolled a nat 20 on its save.
Nice.
So we will then move over to Smith's.
Okay, so what do I see exactly? What kind of
So-
monster do I see?
So you saw another one of those tendrils reach up and try and grab at Albina. But her spirit guardians started to protect her and smack it away. So it has retreated back into the water. So you cannot
can't
see
see
it. Correct.
Okay. What about the
Yeah.
other elemental?
The one that had grappled you is already dead. As for the you said elemental. As for the one that's on the island, it's still definitely there. You can see that it is now going up and grabbing at that soldier. You imagine that it is preparing to either kill him or to throw him in the water like he did to the other one.
Glad I didn't say I was
Um,
gonna swim across. I'd be drowning.
I think I will use. How far away is that one?
From you, he's gonna be about 70 feet.
All right, chromatic ward, lightning.
Okay.
Lightning.
I'm gonna do it as a. Oh no. I just want to get his attention. I'm just gonna do it at level 1. All right.
Whoop his ass, Seabass.
Whoop his ass, Seabass.
26.
Nice. That definitely hits.
Does it though?
That's
Yeah.
11 damage.
All right. You can see whereas the arrows that Seftis has been plinking into him. This is like you notice that this gives it more of a jolt. Like you see this electricity just kind of like race across it as it was reaching down for this guy.
I think that'll be it. I think that's all I can do.
Alrighty then. So, it is the elemental's turn. He is going to... yes. Is going to move over here.
Over where?
Right in kind of like
Under
a central area.
Is he like leaving the soldiers, I guess?
No, it's just kind of like going into the center of the center of this space. Oh wait, actually, no, I was looking at that the wrong way. My apologies. Yeah. So it's going to come here, and you see that it is going to pick up this soldier, and come on, stop doing that. It is going to pick up this soldier and slam him to the ground. Killing him instantly. You see that the water elemental goes up to this Neverwinter soldier, just this torrent of water lifting him up, and just this bone-shattering crush. Just like his armor dents in, even from where you're at. You can almost see his body kind of like splayed up at a bit of an angle because his armor is now like warping the shape of his body. And it turns over to this one. To the commoner behind it. Yep, dishing out more than enough damage to kill that one as it just kind of, same thing, this massive torrent of water slamming it up into the rocks. You see blood splatter onto the surface as their body falls limp to the ground. Guess I should probably do that to showcase that they are dead.
Though?
What's that, Aaron?
I said, but are they though?
Oh yeah, no, they're fucked. Yeah. So now we go on to this one.
Which one?
Which one indeed, Stacy? Which one indeed?
Like invisible
Smith.
things.
What's your AC, buddy?
What?
17?
17.
28.
All right. So Smith, you see from underneath the dock. You see tendrils reaching up, trying to grab at you, but you are able to step back quickly enough to avoid it.
Bless you.
Get zoom tight.
I don't know if anybody sneezed, but
I heard a sneeze.
I thought I heard one too.
What's
But nobody said anything, so.
All right. On to Iluna. I'm going to get my water weird back, Smith.
What's up? Oh no, you're not. You're not done with that.
Yeah, so Iluna, you are currently taking cover behind this exploded face of this fishery. You watched Smith cast this bolt forward, and even from where you were, you could see this horrific scene of the water elemental just mangling these commoners and soldiers out on this island. And then you see a watery tendril try to come up and grab Smith by the ankle.
Man, oh, we're not on the island picture. That's all right.
Oh, yeah. I say if you need either picture, just let me know. As much as I hate like going back and forth, that other map was way too big. Plus, starting to put tokens on it would have been a nightmare.
That's what she said.
Fine.
Yeah, she did say that.
What? I keep considering spike growth, but it'll take my last slot, and I'm saving it for healing spirit. I guess I'm just gonna shoot it with a regular moonbow shot. Do I need to step out of half cover?
You would need to expose yourself while you take the shot at least. Nothing
Yeah,
is
then
stopping
I'll
you
step
from
out
like
and
going
then-
back in.
Yeah. Yeah, I would step out to take the shot.
Okay.
Just
Are you shooting?
Survive.
I'm assuming you're shooting at the only thing that is even visible.
Yeah, Lucas. That was a
yeah,
dumb question.
if I if I use the last star, then I have to wait to a full moon. So I'll just
Correct.
sit on that because I don't know when the next full moon is. So
Which
I'm
the
shooting my
the
bow.
next
at
next full moon is in a 10-day.
Yeah, that's a while.
That is a while.
What did I shoot?
26.
The way we play, I mean, the amount of trouble we find ourselves in. I don't want to wait that long. So that hits, yeah,
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
26. Okay, where? It's still favored foe. So I do
Yes.
a 1d6 after that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
All right. So you deal 16 damage.
Wait, that's just the first attack.
Yes, but the second
My
attack misses.
second one didn't work. It was worse than my first one last time. So yeah, I would just jump back inside.
Okay.
Would it be an action to pull? Because when you were talking about that guy being inside the
Yes, it would be
would it?
it would be an action for you to like, because I mean, as much as I hate to boil it down, that would be like you using an object, because you would be like dragging him, or even the shove action is, you know, more akin. But yeah, it would be an action for you to move him.
Because when I first suggested it, you automatically had me putting him in there, and I didn't understand how, because I was used up by all my actions, so I didn't know what you were doing.
I was when you started talking about that, I was under the assumption that you then wanted to use your action event like to move him in there at some point. That's why I was thinking that you were being more altruistic and saying like, I just rescued this man, I want to get him into cover. That's what I was.
I didn't have any more actions for that.
Right. I just thought you were just
why I was
asking it in general. All right, so we are on to you. You are kind of like there. You're like laying on the pier off to the side, as Albina pulled you up, but you do see that one of these water creatures tried to come up and grapple Smith in the same way that you were pulled under.
I can't use a bonus action to pull him in though.
You can rescue him again. You could use another spell slot.
So it would take a full action to pull him in.
Yes, like I said, you would either be using an object or shoving, because that's going to be a full Like you are going up, picking him up, and taking him in there, or dragging him
And
in.
using an object.
Is a full action.
Using
That's
an
why it's
object and
listed
shoving
under actions in
is a
combat.
Thank you.
All right, Aaron, what are you doing?
I am going to, since I can't see shit, gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast at the ugly fucker across the river.
Okay. You are gonna roll. That hits. And that also hits. You deal 12 damage to it. Good job. You're shooting
How far away is he?
roughly 70 feet.
Okay.
He's just kind of like.
Would you let me know when
around.
he gets within 60 feet?
Sure.
Thank you.
Albina.
Sorry, this is like super hard for me to see. It's not your guys' fault. It's my literally my screen died on me yesterday, and I have this tiny one. I just bought it. It's ridiculous, but
I have 4
I just don't know what
monitors.
I can do. I feel like I can't do anything here.
Well,
the more I look at this, there's like nothing, nowhere I can move without jumping in the water.
Well, there's always that. I mean, you do have some spell slots left. Like you have plenty of spell slots left. Spiritual weapon, you could create a spiritual weapon 60 feet away from you.
Well, that's I didn't do it last time because.
You could also, like I said, you could try to jump into the water and you could jump into the water and try to attack the invisible creatures, because you can still attack unseen enemies. You just have disadvantage because you're more swinging and like going wildly.
Still want to get grappled and then drowned.
You could also be grappled and drowned. That's kind of a thing.
I say we fall back and pull him to us.
So how does this Guardian of Faith work again? I can throw it. I can put it anywhere within 30 feet of me, or just the 30 feet.
Guardian of Faith, you create this large guardian that hovers in a space for 8 hours. And it has to be within 30 feet of you, and any creature that's hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of it must make a dex save, the creature taking 20 radiant damage on a failed, and once it has dealt a total of 60 points of damage, it vanishes.
That's not very much damage.
So, I mean, but consider 20 points. It's not like 1d20 or 4d whatever. It's just it takes 20 radiant damage on a failed. And it takes 10 if the creature succeeds. So, like, there is a benefit to it, because you can essentially set this thing up somewhere and just let it be.
It has to be within 30 feet of me, so I have to get across.
Correct. Right. It's almost as if that's how I set up this
Land it! Oh.
It's almost as if I put you guys in a position that is disadvantageous to
way
to the situation.
No way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why would that happen?
Does that take my spirit guardians down though? That guy.
Let me.
It's a
I just don't want to cast it without double checking. Okay.
No, the only other thing that you could cast that would take away your spirit guardians would be magic weapon, Crusader's Mantle, Silence, or Divine Favor, Shield of Faith, or Stone Skin. So anything else that's a concentration. So if it has that little C next to it, if you cast one of those, then it stops your concentration.
All right. So, hope I don't die, guys. Abby, Abina's gonna go ahead and cast her Guardian of. Wait, it moves with me or no? It stays.
No, you plant it and it's there for 8 hours.
Okay, how many feet across that I gotta get? 10, 20, 30, 35-ish. Okay. And if I do like a run, can I like step back and like run with? Would that give me like if I leap into the water? Does that give me any like
So there's
extra movement?
there's two kinds of jumps. So there's a long jump and a high jump, but in order to do a long jump, you need to move at least 10 feet immediately before jumping. So and if you long jump, if you move at least 10 feet, you move a number of feet equal to your strength score. So you would be able to jump 14 feet.
Okay. I can't remember. Was there was like a boardwalk almost, right?
Yeah. So if you look at this one, it's a little bit more representative.
Sorry, I keep going back and forth. I should just take a screenshot of both.
So you would have to move the 20 feet over, and then from there you could start to make the run, and then you could use your action to dash in order to double your movement, which would let you do that jump.
Okay. I think I'm gonna die. You know what? I'm just gonna go with the first choice I made. In regards to my what is the dancing rapier? No. What was it we said we can move 60 feet?
That can move. You can summon. Oh! You're talking about your spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cast a spiritual weapon 60 feet in front of me. I'm sorry, my page didn't load. Let me reload it.
That's fine. So yep, that will be. You could summon that right there.
Heed Smith's warning to me, not to.
You see it, like Albina's like all this is going on, and Albina's like eyeing up the jump, like to where she thought she saw these creatures in the water, and like Smith looks over, sees her doing this like calculation in her head, and he's like, no.
I'm like, all right, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, you summon this spiritual weapon. In the shape
right
of
there next to that thing. Can I attack?
Well, that is a human. That's an unconscious person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, hey, you're more than welcome to. Unfortunately, spiritual weapon. Like I said, it can be summoned 60 feet away, and being that you're using a bonus action to summon this thing, you would not be able to move it until your next turn, because you can use a bonus action to move it 20 feet and repeat
every
the
time.
action.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Well, then,
So you still have
my action.
Yeah, you still have an action which you could, you could channel divinity. Oh no, channel divinity really wouldn't help you. But you could. Truth be told, the most that you could do is cast either produce flame, and try and hit one of the creatures that is trying to grapple your party. You're just gonna have disadvantage.
Oh, okay. So I just roll twice.
You roll twice. Yeah, you can right click it and hit disadvantage and then roll.
Oh, nice.
Or you can just roll it twice and you take the lowest. But yeah, doing it that way.
Let's just do that.
So we'll see what you get against these lesser weirds that are in the water.
You guys kind of just see Abina like rocking back and forth, getting ready to like go into, and then she's like, you know what? And she just sends out her spirit weapon instead, and she's just like casting her produce flame.
Yeah,
On second thought.
Smith's just sitting there like don't. All right, so 13 is enough to hit.
Nice. Okay. So those are soldiers and people?
Those are soldiers and people.
Okay. And then the A1 is like the only...
That is the water elemental that is currently fucking up those soldiers and people.
Okay, well, I'm so glad I did not put my... I was gonna kill all those people.
Yeah.
Because I completely didn't understand that those were just people.
I mean, hey,
I was gonna kill them all.
Good.
Hannah,
You
it's
did
okay.
With my guardian.
Hannah, it's okay to be a murder hobo some days.
Some days.
They're unconscious. So
Yeah, they have no clue about what's going on. These are just poor folk that are
innocent.
But you get advantage.
That's true. You do get advantage against unconscious people. So you know what? Hey, Aaron makes a good point. All right, so that's Hannah, go ahead and roll the damage because even with disadvantage, that hit. So.
Oh, nice. Okay. 1 second.
5 eternities later.
So which one were you, would you have gone towards the one that was in front of you that attacked, that tried to grapple you, or the one that was over trying to grapple Smith?
I probably would go after the one going towards Smith, because I tend to think of everyone before me.
Okay, so that's going to be 13 damage to that one. Yeah, you shoot this ball of fire down into the water. You see the water kind of sizzles up around, and you see a bit of thrashing in there. So kudos on that. And we are going back to our little leapy boy, me.
Hell yeah.
All right, there we go. Back to me. So you are jumping down, correct?
Correct.
All right. Do me a favor
Yes.
and just roll me an athletics check.
Damn, I was hoping it was acrobatics.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant acrobatics. I said athletics.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Well, oh, holy shit. Yeah, you take no damage.
Hell yeah. I mean, out of pure curiosity, what would the acrobatics be? Well,
acrobatics, you have a +10. So
it's one or half the dozen, 27 or 22. Which one do you prefer? The nat 20?
No, because your nat 20 would have just been your nat 20 +10. So you got a 30. So you so just to kind of frame this, like you see this chaos going over on the island. You run up the staircase, you run over to the kids. You're like, "Stay here. I'm going to try and get back up." Run away, bolting across this open field where just moments ago the rest of your party had been assaulted by these arcane arrows, the evidence of which is just apparent across the field with spots of explosions and acid raining down. As soon as you get to this dock, you're like eyeing this up the moment you do, and you just take this soaring leap like a free runner. As soon as you hit the ground, you do a nice tumble and you are able to get over behind this building. You're seeing the chaos and destruction though over on the island. As you were like running through, you had like a good cinematic viewpoint watching this water elemental just massacring these poor innocent folk. So that was just your that was your jump. That was your movement. So you still have 60 feet if you want to use bonus action and action to dash.
How about how far away is the place that I'm going, that you know where I'm going?
So it would require you to use most of your movement to get there, and that is because you have to go underneath the building that you are in front of, and then you need to get under the water and swim into a small cove that is under the water.
Then I'll do it.
Okay, so you take to the water as you are, you're almost being pulled out to sea by the storm, but you're able to fight through it, and that's when you breach up onto the other side in a small alcove that is a place that you and me knew about, where smugglers would hold their treasure. They would bring it in by nightfall, hide it in here for a time before moving it out. And as you do, you see two people that you have seen before. Give me 1 second.
See, I told you there's always somebody in town, Stacy.
They hide there the whole time.
Well,
They're able to reinforce us.
they
All
weren't
the
going to come
water's
out.
moving around. All this
they're
noise is
following-
happening.
They're following protocol of hide and keep the treasure safe.
Let's see. Oh, yep. Nope. I love
They're
this.
Good strings to pull with them then. Come on out and fight with us. It'll be fine.
Well, I mean, I kind of already know them, though. That was the main thing, to where they're people that you and me both have interacted with during their pirating days.
Give me 1 second. I need to pull up their picture. What?
Talking to my dog.
Oh, sorry.
Unless you want to be my puppers.
Nope, I don't.
All right then.
So, as you get in here, you come up out of the water. You have you have a blade held to your face, and then you have what almost looks like a spatula held to your face. Holding the blade is a bird folk, also known as a kenku. You recognize him as Mimicry. And the one to the right, as you're clearing your eyes, and a sullen bit of grief kind of hits you, you see this
put it in
haggard
the
gnome.
lounge. You put them in the lounge.
Oh, shit, I did.
Ass.
Oops. I'm leaving that
The
one up there.
DM.
All right, sorry. You see this Kenku, whose name is Mimicry, or who goes by Mimicry. And to the right, when you see Mimicry, you automatically assume that this is going to be the person that you see, considering they are holding a spatula to your face. This is a gnome smuggler who goes by the name of Urhik.
Urhik.
1 second.
Up.
Okay.
Urhik Twisted Mind.
Nice.
So the
my.
small bit of history on these two, Mimicry, you only know this just from slight interactions with these two. Mimicry is a kenku. He cannot speak, cannot formulate his own ideas, but they have the ability to mimic any speech perfectly. And he is more of the he works with Uric Twisted Mind, who is a smuggler that is searching for a very specific gemstone that he believes one day might just show up on one of the ships that he is stealing from. He wears a hat that is adorned much like a beholder, because he claims that one time he was out delving in a dungeon, came across a beholder that took his sanity, and now he is looking for a gemstone that he can go back there and turn the beholder into his slave. but he has claimed that it has claimed his sanity. But years at sea and possibly way too much alcohol and tuna might have also done that. But these two work together. One is the brains, one is the brawn, and both of those are mimicry.
Will you two get those out of my face? I've been here plenty of times.
Yurik looks down at you and says, "Oh, shit! It's me, the goblin. There's a storm brewing out there. It's gonna kill us all."
No shit, there's a storm brewing out there, you stupid drunk, but it's not gonna kill us all. I'm here for supply so we can stop the storm because it's being used by the same magic that you claim took your mind.
You see Mimicry looks at you, and you hear in you hear in bits and pieces of broken voices that he has heard over the years, but it comes out as the phrase, "I saw the caster starting the spell," but it's not where he stood on the piers.
Interesting. Well, we have bigger problems right now. That one that stood on the piers that you saw casting a spell mimicry summoned 2 giant water creatures. I could use the help. Whether you two want to help me or provide supplies, I'm willing to take both. Emphasis on the take.
Yurik looks around. You can see that he is grabbing a suitcase that is kind of like, packed to the brims, kind of like bursting at the seams with various bits and bobs. And he says, "You can take this if you want." Mimicry, again, in his broken speech, says, "Or take these." And you see on the table, this small ramshackle table next to him, he has a small bandolier of lesser healing potions.
I think I'm going to take the potions because I have no idea what's in that suitcase. Second question, don't you guys have a small skiff or a boat somewhere around here? I got to get to that island. There's a lot of soldiers over there that are being sacrificed.
Mimicry says that it should still be tied up right outside of this this hold.
All right. All I can offer you guys is gold if you help me out fight this storm. Won't be the first time you guys went through a storm, but if you won't help, you can't help.
Yurik looks at you and he says, "Help me find that gem and I'll help you."
You help me, I'll help you find that gem once I'm done doing what I need to with these adventurers. Got a deal?
And he spits into his hand and he holds it out to you.
I spit into my hand and hold it out.
All right. So that will be your turn. I know that was quite a bit of back and forth, but I kind of felt bad that Jared only got some movement during most of this. So yeah, on your next turn, you will be should have a there you go. Small little rowboat.
And then I did take the potions of minor healing. I don't know how many.
Those are. Let me double check. Yeah, minor potion of healing. So you have 6 of those.
Sweet.
Like I said, whereas like a normal healing potion kind of looks, like this, but red. A minor healing potion is
more looks like a vial.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like a vial. So yeah, with that, you see Mimicry. He is going to take to the center of the boat, and he is going to grab the oars. Yurik is kind of sitting in the back. He has his suitcase held close to his chest, and then we'll say that me is sitting up on the front of it.
All right. I was going to say, if it does help or matter, I am proficient in water vehicles.
Okay. Well, do you want to take the oars then?
Sure. I'll take the oars.
Coolio.
Just be
So,
ready to tell me when I need to shoot.
Mimicry looks back and mimicking your voice, he says, tell you when you need to shoot.
Smart bird.
All right, so we are going to go on to Cephas.
Can we see me at this point?
Uh,
Even though it's just a very long turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that he's going to appear in the next round.
Just yeah, okay. So we can't see him. Yet.
Can't see him
As
just
far as
yet.
you guys know, me skip town.
Yeah. That motherfucker bolted.
It's
The only one that might
It's
be able
only
to
been,
defend
like-
him is you.
Nah, fuck that asshole.
less than 30 seconds, so
Oh shit! I
we
fucking moved
probably
everyone
haven't
on the wrong
spotted
map.
him as run off just yet.
All right. So Cephas, what are you doing?
I guess I'll just do the same thing I was doing. Just keep shooting at that dude. I'm assuming I can still see him at this point.
Yeah. Are you lighting your arrow?
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. I'll do that.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you, DM.
Yeah, buddy. All right. So you pull back an arrow with your left finger. You light the tip of it as you let it fly. Go ahead and roll your damage. I don't know if I did it as a D4 for Stacy when she did hers. I think that's what I would normally do. So, do you remember Stacy?
The normal roll and
It was a long time.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a D6. I'm gonna say it's a D6. I think I would have done a
Yeah.
D6.
sweet.
All right. So you deal 11 points.
Just the tip.
Second attack. I can light that and again on fire again on my second
Yep.
attack. As
Yeah,
well,
because
yeah?
it's no action for you to
Awesome.
light something on fire. It's just you have to just touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I
That
don't think I've
was the
used it before,
difference.
really. Other than
My-
dicking around.
I think you supposedly lit one of my arrows on fire once.
Yeah, I believe that was the other situation. All right. So with that, and I will say, it is
But
dealing
I
damage.
haven't had flaming arrows
um,
in a while.
But
They
you're
seem to-
definitely ever since you have started firing arrows, you are seeing the arrows hit into this thing. They're plunging, and I will say it is now bloodied. So there we go. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. So now on to the lesser water weird. Albina's AC is 19, so that misses. Albina, you see that tendril come up trying to grab at your ankles again. And then it's on to Smith.
So the big elemental's bloodied.
Big Elemental is bloodied.
All right. I'm gonna do Chromatic Orb level 3.
Okay. Are you doing lightning again?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it.
All right,
19?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Nice. You see that this definitely rocks its figure. The water is starting to like spray out from it, but it's still moving forward in its trudging path. All right, and
I
on
want to try to
its
get off this here. Hold on.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, what kind of options do I have in regards to movement? What is this behind us? Are these
Uh,
buildings?
Those are the buildings. Like I said, they kind of have like holes and like broken pieces in them. So if you did wanted to move into them, you would gain half cover from any attacks, which would give you a +2 to your AC and a +2 to dexterity checks.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I want to get away from these tentacles that are reaching at me. Can I get like further back? Like how far do these tentacles stretch? Pretty far.
So yeah, I mean they're like these tentacles are reaching up to you from out in the water.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna take a little
besides-
bit further cover.
Okay.
Like 20 feet back.
Oh, so you're going far.
Yeah, 15 feet. No, well, like get me really inside that building.
Yeah, don't mention it. I saved your butt from that last one, but just screw me over here, why don't you? You hear Albina saying as you're backing up.
So I will say that if you're that far back in, you're really not going to be seeing so much as what's happening like further out and around. But from there, I would give you, yeah, I'm going to say
Yeah,
from
any angle in there that I can get like a better view. Like I'm trying to establish where the elemental is. Is it directly straight ahead of me?
So the elemental right now would be like, so here, let me pull up this one. So the elemental is going to be like across the way and off to the right a bit. So you backing up into this building, you're going to have a little bit more coverage. You're going to have 3/4 cover, just because you're further back. There's different like, pieces in there. You're not going to be like right up in the front, just kind of ducking behind some planking. If you want to go further back, it's going to increase that bonus you get. So
yeah, 3/4 cover sounds good.
Okay. All right. The water elemental is going to continue his march. You see that it just kind of steps over one of these commoners, just with its step though. With its step, you just see this torrent like billow out from it, just this geyser almost, slamming the commoner into a tree behind it. And as it does, it continues moving on. It's actually now occupying the space of a soldier and a commoner that were laying up against this rocky surface. And you see that it sucks them up into its body as it deals... Yep. As it just like starts thrashing them about, you see bits of rock and mud starting to pull up into them, and then it just throws them out from its space, with them dead as well.
Holy cow.
All right. Back down to here. All right. That's an 18. Oh man, Smith, you are so lucky you moved into there when you did. But I mean, and that's, hey, you know what? Lucky for you, unlucky for Iggy, because as this tendril reaches up onto the dock, you see that it goes for where it was trying to get at Smith, and this tendril is just kind of like slamming down and around as it grapples around Iggy's waist and pulls him underwater.
That doesn't trigger Albina's guardians, does it?
It's already
no.
been in my aura.
Yeah,
That's for me- in their aura.
it would have already been in the aura, but actually this one is just
Yeah, when-
outside of it.
I'm so.
Oh, okay. Iggy doesn't
When
have shield. does he?
when I recast my spirit guardians, does
No.
that reset?
Does what reset?
Like their new spirit guardians? Or...
Yes, you would have to recast it entirely.
I think it's the next turn is when they expire, right?
Correct. Yep.
So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, it's gonna be your next turn. Okay. So Iggy is going to take 7 points of damage. So I think I need to go to Albina's page for him. Yep. So he is down to 6 hit points. And you see Iggy is just dragged under the water as his arms flail up. And he is just dragged under. You can see him thrashing about in the murky, muddy deluge. And I will say, unlike you, he only has a +0 to his constitution. So.
Oh, no.
All right. On to Iluna. Iluna, out of... What's that, buddy?
Which means what? He's got a minute?
Can I get an opportunity attack on that?
No, because it was not... it would be the same as if you had a lance or something with range and you attacked somebody near you, or,
Okay, gotcha.
So. All right. Yeah, Iluna.
So I saw Iggy go swoosh.
Oh
into
yeah,
the water.
yeah. You basically saw, like Smith saw you back there. He cast his spell. He turned about, ran into this place, and kind of drove himself a little bit further back. You could see that his book. His spell book is aglow as he's still trying to concentrate on this banishment spell to keep the main water weird banished to its plane of existence. So he's sitting back there. You can hear him murmuring to himself to try and keep the spell active. But it's as soon as you turn your attention back, you see that tendril slap up onto the dock and then just wrap around Iggy's waist and pull him under.
Whatever Iluna was going to do, she isn't now going to step out and go, Iggy! And cast rescue on Iggy.
All right. So you are going to step out, and I need you to make a an athletics check.
Oh, this better work. Let's see. So let's oh, 15. Hopefully that's high enough.
Let's see. That is. You are able to break the weird's grapple as you pull Iggy back up out of the water.
Behind.
You see,
it
he's
can be
just
5 feet behind me, right?
Yeah, you can have him within 5 feet of you.
Then they put him in the house.
Okay.
Or the building, or whatever. I would
see he's in there just.
Save Iggy. I don't think I have any decent bonus actions.
Okay.
So.
Are you moving back in?
I will walk back in.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking of grabbing that guy, but I can't because that takes a whole action. So, too bad. I had to rescue Iggy instead.
I have to look at something real quick. Yes, I think this is the thing that I need to see.
Does it involve me, Lucas?
No.
All right.
I see what you say, but like I don't get what your end game is. Okay, so I did actually forget to do this with Smith, but Stacy, what is your AC? 14. Stacy, as you get Iggy up out of the water, your arcane chain drops in behind you. You start making a dash. You actually see one of the tendrils from that creature use its reaction to try and grapple you in the last second, but you're able to step over it with your elven grace. All right, on to you.
You was going to shoot a couple more Eldritch Blasts at A1.
All right, at the big guy. Roll your attack.
12.
1 hit.
12.
All right. He's still stomping around.
That's all I got.
Okay. Albina.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and recast my spirit guardians.
Okay.
And Iggy's out? Oh, yay! Okay.
Yep.
Just completely missed that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Iluna cast rescue on him.
And that's every turn you have that reestablished, like the bonus action
For what?
for the rescue.
Yeah, it's just you're having to cast it with a spell. So like when you cast rescue, you have to you're casting it with a spell
as long
slot.
as you have a slot, yeah.
Correct. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I did cast it at the level 1. Just want to make sure. I didn't know if I had to cast it a certain.
No, yeah,
level,
you can always upcast it, but being that it is a leveled spell that acts like a cantrip, the range on it is based on your level.
Okay.
Huh.
I kind of regret doing that almost. I actually realized after the fact I should have made it 30 feet for first level and 15 feet for every additional level above that.
I'm gonna slide over 10 feet and then so like if that creature's in the water within those 10 feet.
Is. Roll the damage.
And then I'm gonna jump up onto 5 or 10 feet in front of Smith. And I'll roll the damage.
Okay. Yep, roll the damage, because Big Kahuna is going to take that. He's going to take half, because I did make the save.
Oh, nice.
So, you rolled you rolled spiritual weapon.
Oh, what did I just do? I just did. I'm so sorry.
I mean, if you're moving your spiritual weapon and having it attack the water elemental, that's fine. You just need to swing to hit it first. But I needed your damage for spirit guardians.
Yeah, I just scrolled down to like the bottom of the 3rd level, and I was I've used them all.
I would say you got 2 spells, Spirit Guardian and Spiritual Weapon, which you use fairly often, so it's all right. Like I said, roll the +6 for Spiritual Weapon, because I know you said last time you were gonna use your bonus action to move that and attack the water elemental, and then make sure that you roll the 3d8 for Spiritual Guardians.
Okay, I thought I rolled the 3d8. Did I not roll?
You rolled 1d8 + 3. You rolled the damage for Spiritual Weapon.
Okay, I thought so. Before my d6 or not the +6 that I rolled, the radiant never showed. Okay, I think it's just lag.
Like I said,
I didn't want to roll it again.
Yeah, it did. You rolled spiritual weapon damage before you rolled the other thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, So yeah, your weapon does definitely connect. And let's see if the water weird is... Man, this is I'll tell you what, this is not how I expected the battle to go. I did actually, funny enough, have a dream last night about this session, because I've been kind of thinking about this session for a while. It's not going in the way that I expected, but I will I will impose my will upon all of you at the end of it to listen to what I expected, or what I had dreamed of at this giant cinematic scene. All right.
I'm looking forward.
So, I never actually had Iggy on initiative. So, and I only realized that until I targeted him. So,
He didn't target anybody.
yeah,
just
he
been
really,
standing there doing nothing.
yeah, he actually wouldn't have really been able to do much, considering most of his stuff, well, he can do something.
He should have helped the kid.
So, he is going to... Yep. Here we go. He is going to move out to here. He's going to do this.
Didn't you learn anything?
In the same direction that he saw that thing coming from. And is going to cast Burning Hands on him. All right. So that dude needs to make... I'm going to roll the damage first. Okay, so 12. And this dude needs to make a dexterity check with advantage. Yep, that hits. That saves, so... But he is still going to take half damage as you see Iggy runs out. He is just spraying this he's spraying this fan of fire down, and then he jumps back inside and goes back over to Smith. You can see that even whenever he did that, he's still, as soon as he gets back there, he's wringing out his robes, and he looks over at Smith and he says, sorry I wasn't able to help you there. I got kind of scared and I was a bit frozen in fear.
Don't worry about it. I'm just glad you're okay.
All right. So it's at this point that you guys see off to the right, coming out from where the other building is, this small rowboat that has 3 figures on it, one of which you recognize as me.
Well, late to the party if you ask me, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say anything.
Well, I'm actually gonna say that because of how far back in you guys are, it's really just it's gonna be you and Iluna that can really see where he's coming from. The rest of you, your vision's more obscured by the inside of this building. But yeah, Jared, go ahead. You are going to be fighting against the current on this. But go ahead and
proficient in water vehicles, if that matters.
Yeah, so what you're going to do is you're going to make a skill check with your proficiency in order to get this rowboat over there, because you're going to be steering it. So go ahead and roll that. Roll a d20 plus proficiency.
So what would be my plus proficiency?
Plus 3.
Or it says in your paper.
Yep, your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, proficiency bonus.
Yep. So I mean, honestly, wait, you have nothing else that's plus 3. So yeah, just
that's why I was saying.
Yeah, I gotcha.
16.
All right. So as you start taking out, like I said, Mimicry has a sword. Urich has a spatula. And
whatever that weird suitcase is.
And he has his suitcase. But it's as you are starting to pull you're starting to row your all of you out, you see that Mimicry reaches up onto his back, pulls out this short bow, and starts trying to make some attacks across the field. I probably should have put... Can I change it on the level that it's on? Hold on. I accidentally had the boat on the token layer, and that makes things more difficult. There we go. All right. So, Mimicry is going to try taking a shot at him. Oh, shoot. I don't even have them visible. There we go. Yep. That misses. So, Mimicry, he takes his arrow and he shoots. But it's actually, as you're starting to pull yourself out there, Jared, you hear Urich just kind of like laughing to himself in the back. As he pops open the suitcase, and I'm going to say that you and Iluna can see this. You see a flick of flame come from the back of this boat as all of a sudden he just drops something in the water and this massive explosion goes off behind you, creating this wave that carries your ship about 40 feet ahead.
Is it
What the hell are
Dynamite?
you doing, you crazy drunk?
What'd you say, Aaron?
Is it Dynamite?
It wasn't dynamite, but it was a water displacement bomb. That's what he. That's what.
You could have killed us.
You see, he's laughing as soon as he turns around. He's like holding the spatula up, and he says, "Steady." As you guys are only about 10 feet away from shore, so
Am I able to use my crossbow to shoot, or no, because of me rowing?
I'm gonna say that that would have been that you trying to do that because you are a rogue. I will give you that as a bonus action.
Okay.
I mean, you're
After the
also
explosion,
a
as
this is also something that's very like you trying to steer a ship is something that's very natural to you.
Okay. Because I was going to argue too, if you would just let me do the crossbow expert and bullshit my way into that.
Like I said, I'll give you the attack.
Yeah. As after we
Jared.
got blasted and everything else, I'm taking aim at it. It doesn't matter. That was a 9. The explosion threw me off.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you're kind of like one hand like trying to shoot this thing, the other hand like, yelling at Urich.
Hold on, I'm just checking something here. Nope, I can only re-roll damage. I can't re-roll the roll itself.
Right. All right, and on to Cephas.
So now everybody sees us after the explosion.
Yes. Yeah, so the rest of you guys see, you guys hear this explosion, like thinking maybe it's a bolt of lightning or something, but then you just see this boat kind of riding this massive circular wave that's just carrying it across this gap between the pier and the island, as you see me on it with the oars trying to keep it steady, as well as a Kenku perched up on the front and a deranged rock gnome on the back with these strange like like they almost look like pipe cleaners sticking up off of his head. And yeah, so Cephas, it's your turn, buddy.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'll just keep shooting the dude, I guess.
All right, go ahead and roll your 2 attacks.
All I can really do.
That definitely hits. Roll the damage.
Oh, these are flaming as well, by the way. I forgot to mention.
Okay, no worries.
Flaming tips.
Okay. Still up.
Second attack. Man, I'm rolling really good with these attacks tonight.
Damn. Yeah, you are.
I think I've missed one yet.
All right. And your fire damage? Sick. Okay.
Are you gonna longbowing it from now on?
So he,
come over? Yep.
Septus is just over there like, I'm really good at this.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. All right,
Yeah.
on to-
And Luna's wondering
I need
why
a
he
better
had
bow.
done
you
this before.
Hand cannon, that's what I need.
you see a tendril reach up for you, but you are able to avoid it narrowly. Smith. You are about 20 feet back inside of this building, so you would have to move up closer in order to get view on the creature across from you without having to roll with any kind of disadvantage.
How close?
I mean, you're just gonna have to move out, like, you know, like up to. Sorry, you'd have to move up to, like, you know, here in order to do what you need to do. But I will say that you can see that at this point the water elemental is starting to fade. The water is kind of like falling off of it. Its form is shuddering. You imagine that it doesn't have long for this world.
I don't want to get to where like I can't retreat without incurring an opportunity attack.
Then if you want to attack from there, you are going to be in half cover. So I will give you just a slight penalty depending on what you're attacking with.
I'll use my firebolt.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the attack, and we're going to say that you're going to get the penalty of your benefit, so that's going to be a -2 to the roll. So that would be a 10, so unfortunately that misses.
I'll fall back.
Okay.
So I see who coming in again? I see you or me coming in.
Yeah, you saw me like on. Oh my god, my app crashed again. The fuck. You saw me on a ship, like on a small little rowboat, just riding or like, you know, going across this wave, and you see two others with him. In the quick moment that you were able to see out there, you weren't able to make out their shapes too well, but you see that they're both fairly like smaller, like his size.
Okay. Good to see.
Both of them are small. Okay, it is the water elemental's turn. And, yeah. It is going to march over here with what will more than likely be its last kills.
So many.
Oh, yeah. All right. So with that, you see that these two commoners that it's walking over, unlike the others that it was like throwing them into places, with its mass just starting to falter and fall away as its form is starting to waver, you see that it is just this massive downpour on these commoners as it's like, you know, struggling to move forward, just crushing them under the weight of all of this water, as their lifeless bodies are just kind of sloshed around and left where they were. this one, we are going to go back to the scene on the docks. As you see, I will say that Iluna, Albina, and you can definitely see this as a tendril reaches up from the water, starts grabbing around with kind of like wild abandon, and is going to pull this soldier under the water.
Motherfucker.
As you
I
just
knew
see
he
that it's
wasn't
like this tendril's like
safe.
grabbing
I
it
was
whatever
gonna
it
grab him,
can,
but he
just pulls him down
got
in.
pulled.
Dang it! And I was thinking to myself, my spirit guardians are protecting us all except for that. The what is the green one again? There.
You.
Okay. Confused me for a moment.
All
You.
right, so we're
You
on
said
to
before the spirit guardians don't get the tendrils.
It has to be there.
right, because like the thing is that if the creature itself is over here. The creature itself is over here. So even though it's reaching into that space, it would be, this is essentially
It
the
didn't step
equivalency.
into it, yeah.
Right, it's not moving into the space.
Yeah,
It has a
I
10-foot
remember.
reach. So, but it is your turn.
It's
You
a
have just watched
reach.
this soldier who, you had brought up onto here. He just got pulled right back down under the thrashing water.
Like if Iluna had a 6-foot braid that she could whip around and strangle people with, she would not be attacked by other hostile spirit guardians.
There are whips. Like, whips do exist within this game. They're not that great,
I like
unfortunately.
The organic ones are nice.
Kinky.
Oh my.
Oh, here comes. Let me show you guys someone who stepped on me. I'm not even supposed to carry him.
Wait, if we're allowing kinky whips in D&D, can I get the penetrator from Saints Row?
Jesus. Oh, no, absolutely not.
The 8-pound
hey,
cat
look.
that I'm not supposed to carry for just a moment.
It's a
There
kitty.
he is. He's crushing my rib cage. Okay, Mickey, I'm not even supposed to carry you. Oh, thanks.
All right, so Stacy, what are you doing?
Wait, sorry. I got distracted because the internet's being dumb and slowing everything down. Where's my freaking rescue? I'm never gonna want to use
Aren't
rescue
you out of
again
spell
after
slots?
this. Never get to use it for like 90% of the campaign, and now it just.
No, she still has two. She still has two first
no,
levels. No,
Iluna would try and rescue him again. Stacy wants to do something else, but I'm trying.
Okay.
No. I didn't use any spells before.
I mean, you use
I
rescue.
only started using. I used.
You used rescue twice.
Yeah, and you had your healing spirit. Yeah.
And
I just didn't know what you had for spells, so that's
something
why
else
I was curious.
Oh.
So you are. So I'm sorry. You are casting. You're casting that on him. I think Stacy's internet went down. Yep.
Yeah.
She was saying she was having issues.
Oh, just double checking. Our new time has moved to 5, correct?
So here's the thing. 5 works so much better for me because
with work too for me and Mike.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. Like 5 works a lot better for me because I'm technically supposed to be at work until 4. Now, we actually just promoted a girl to manager and hired another girl, but things aren't really going to be settling with our schedule for another couple weeks until everybody's, more comfortable in their roles. After that, I'm probably going to be able to leave work at 3:00 on Sundays, but 5:00 seems to work, like 5:15, because I know you guys sometimes work until 5.
And it kind of keeps it consistent because
yeah. So I'm perfectly fine with 5, and I mean I generally don't like going more than like 3-4 hours. So that puts us close to like 8:39, which is always fine with
I've
me.
cleared up my schedule to be available until like 9ish. If we run a little over, etc. Especially since it's only every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I have some bad news for y'all.
What?
Bob Saget is dead.
What? What happened? No. What? What are you talking about? No. Huh?
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
I'm sorry.
To me?
What?
Bob
Saget. My God! No.
That guy was still alive?
No, he's
okay.
He's dead.
Oh my God! Bob Saget dead at 60 pounds, or dead at 60 found at Orlando.
Bob Saget died. Fuck! He was a fucking
screwed now. I don't want to play D&D anymore.
And you know what? That's the way to go.
A while ago.
Aw. That's so fucking sad.
Stop reading news while watching D&D.
I'm sorry. No, this is news that we needed to know.
I thought that guy died like 10 years ago.
Like, I don't want to play D&D anymore. My whole night's ruined.
Let's finish this up.
To be fair, I don't really pay much attention to other people's.
Yeah.
So I didn't mean any offense. I just, for some reason, maybe it was a meme or something someone made, and I thought he really died.
No. All right.
I was scrolling through Facebook, and it popped up. Yeah. I'm like, oh.
All right, Stacy, I need you to make an athletics check.
Because all I know is my internet dropped me off and on like
you
10
said
or
that
12 times.
You
didn't miss anything.
And then I heard all of you upset because somebody died.
Yeah, we were just waiting.
Yeah, we were waiting for you to get back because I need you to make an athletics check to try and get the soldier back up here.
Let's go. Oh.
So you cast out this chain. You've had success with this, with each subsequent casting. Unfortunately, you are not able to bring him up.
Great, now he's
I don't even see your roll.
Spell slots ruined.
I did. I saw the roll.
It was a 7 plus the 3. So it's in the encounter.
I see it in the log, but I don't see it on.
Weird.
Oh, there it
All
is.
right. All right. So we are on to unless Stacy, you want to do anything with your action.
Let me think for like half a second. I don't think so.
Okay.
Half second's over.
Yeah. I got very flustered with the internet jumping me. It like chimed like 10 times in my ear. But
oh shit! I never redid the template for this. I have to do it later tonight. All right.
I'll
on
just
to you.
jump back inside. Disappointed I didn't save somebody.
All right. Yeah, both of those hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Oh wait. That was my bonus action?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I thought rescue's a spell and it takes the whole action.
No. Rescue is a bonus action spell.
No, I would have shot my bow then, but whatever. I already said no, unless you want to give me my shots.
I will give you one.
Ooh. Oh, perfect.
All right. So.
Oh, I clicked the thing.
With this, so you cast rescue on this guy. It doesn't hit. You can see the water here turn bloody as his body is being eviscerated by this weird. You then take cover, pull back your arrow, and fire. And as you do, you see these two eldritch blasts shoot out next to, over from Wu, as they combine in the air into this eldritch arrow and pierce the water elemental, destroying it into a puddle. Blood begins to wash in with the water that it comprised of as it falls into the ground. You guys have killed the water elemental. Albina, it's your turn.
We're not done.
You are not done yet.
We are far from it.
Let me. Where's my screenshot? Oh, did I close the screenshot? I did. I took a screenshot of the other side. So the other one's dead, you said?
So the big water elemental on the other side is now dead.
Okay.
But there
Good.
are still the two water weirds, the two lesser water weirds that have been trying to drag people down into the water. The one is currently going about eviscerating the soldier that it pulled into the water.
Oh, that's right.
That is right.
Okay. That's right. He has the soldier.
Well, it has bits and pieces of the soldier.
Ow.
Oh. Okay.
Rescued
Let's
him
see.
for no reason.
If I can get my page to just stop spazzing on me, I can see where the heck I am on the map. Oh my gosh.
You're just right inside the building. Honestly, moving out onto the pier would put at least that one within range of your guardians.
I'm gonna move over and down one, next to Iluna, down, adjacent. Oh, I guess I don't need to tell you that. I should just move me. This is not letting me. There it goes.
Do you want to go there, or do you want to be right next to her?
You said I need to go down for it to be in my.
You could be right there, and it would hit.
Okay, that's perfect.
Cool. Go ahead and roll the damage for that.
It's gonna go at some point.
More than likely, this one is finally going to die. Because it is... Yeah, it's just going to die. Cool.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So that's only 5 feet of your movement.
And let's see. I think I'm gonna slide over to this corner.
Okay.
If it lets me move.
It does.
Is there anything out there?
There is not.
Reaching for me. All right. I guess I can start bring my sword in 20 feet.
Okay.
From the other side.
Gonna bring your spiritual weapon.
Yeah, I don't know why I said sword, over. But yeah.
I mean, it is. It's a flaming sword. Because your spiritual weapon always embodies, or always is formed into the shape of whatever your deity's main weapon. Like Saint Cuthbert is a mace, and Thor would be a hammer. Your god Tempest, for example, would be a flaming sword. Aaron is gone.
He's done. He's like, back. I can't believe he's dead. I'm gone. Ooh, yeah, 20 damage.
All right. Yeah. Nice. All right, so we're going to go on to Iggy. This one is dead. And Iggy is going to move out, and he is going to cast Burning Hands, using up one of his spell slots, but it does not hit anything, unfortunately. And then he is going to retreat back inside.
I don't know how much movement I even moved.
You're good. You would have only had 5 feet left.
Okay.
You can see over on the island that the water elemental has been taken down. You can see there are mangled and brutally massacred bodies kind of littering the central island here. But you can see there are other bodies still on there, as well as you see a flaming sword, this spiritual weapon, starting to move back across the field. Yeah, that's what you see, because you would not be aware of the lesser water weird trying to attack your buddy.
Okay. We should get to shore and help these people get up and make sure that the ones that survived are okay. I believe that's the end of the water elementals. He'll turn to Mimicry and be like, didn't you say you saw another sorcerer elsewhere?
He turns around and he says, again in this broken language, that he saw where the sorcerer cast the spell to cause the storm.
That might be our next step, but first let's get to these people. I'm just going to row it up to the island.
Yep. So that would get you guys up to there. So
now, just from what I see, do any of them look like they're higher rank?
No. Like they all look like they are just, your run-of-the-mill Neverwinter Guard. Yeah. You imagine that these are probably soldiers that were out with the other fishers that were, protecting them while they were out on their boats due to the issues that they've been having, as well as also just trying to foster up that good faith from Neverwinter, giving these people a bit of security. But you can see that across the board, more commoners, we got let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 commoners have died and 2 soldiers have died.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
He'll toss 2 minor healing potions to each of them to Mimicry and Ulrich, and just be like, whoever you see, give them the potion first. I'll see who I can see. Just make sure they're alive. But just remember, I never said you can't rob them blind.
They both give you a nod and a wink and start going about trying to get them up. Which ones are you going after?
I guess I'll be heading towards the more clustered group. I mean, I'll get this guy up first, like where you had me. I'll get him up and then start heading towards the other group.
Okay. Yeah, so, give me 1 second. What the hell? Okay. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, you see that Mimicry and Urich go over to these 2 commoners. You can see that they almost kind of made the concerted effort to avoid going after the soldier. They're kind of like, checking over them, patting them down, and then they administer this healing potion. You go up to the soldier. You can see that he's wearing the traditional Neverwinter garb. Are you just...
Can I pat him down for gold too?
Sure. Let me pull something up here.
Once a pirate, always a pirate.
Yeah.
Take what you can, leave nothing.
Oh, let's see. I don't know. Trying to find... Where's my list? Oh, I don't actually know if that list exists anymore. Oh, wait, no, here we go. Okay, yeah, you are able to find on him, as a guard, he would have had that amount plus that. So you find 2 gold and 3 silver on him.
I will take...
You also find on
1
him...
gold.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say, I'll take the 1 gold and 3 silver, leaving him with at least a gold.
Okay. Honor. I mean,
Yeah. Honor among thieves.
yeah. You also see that he is basically in his tattered clothing. His chain shirt is tattered. His shield and spear are battered and nearly broken. The only other thing he has on him, as most soldiers do, is a small length of rope that you would imagine, or that I will say that your character knows is often used to bind the hands of humanoids, almost like handcuffs. So we will say that, and then so that would be your full. Actually, you see that these three they all begin to rouse. The soldier almost shoots up and he looks about. He's still extremely weak, and he just like, what happened? Where is it? Where are they? And he looks up at you, and he's like reaching for his spear.
Whoa. None of that. Your spear's broken anyways. We were sent here by, what was the person's name again? I forget her name.
Griselda.
By Griselda to help you guys out. If it wasn't for us, you'd be dead.
He's like looking around. He's like, I was on a ship. Where are we? And then he like looks across and he sees the town, and he like kind of looks around. He's like, I don't even remember getting here. And he sees all the carnage around him, and that's whenever it like kind of sinks in for him.
Listen, either you can sit here and cry, or you can be a good soldier and help me get the rest of these people up.
And like, taking in the horror of the sights, roll me persuasion. No, I just
that's a +0 because I'm deceptive.
That's
I mean,
fine.
It's a flat 18.
That's fine. I kind of felt bad that you didn't get a ton to do today because a lot of yours was just movement.
Trust me, I fully understand.
He looks up at you. He kind of gives you that like predator handshake. He's like grabbing your arm, pulling himself up. And he looks at you and he's like kind of shakes his head. And he's, oh, thanks for snapping me out of it. And he like sees all the chaos, and he says, "All right." He looks back. He sees Mimicry and Urich, as well as the two commoners that are just like sitting up, terrified, screaming. And they're two fishers. And he looks over at them and he says, "All right, the 4 of you, go up the hill. Get the 3 up there. We're gonna go after these 5." And we'll move back over to Cephas back here. Cephas, you can see that the water elemental has been destroyed. You can see me over on the other side with 2 other figures, what looks like a bird folk, as well as they're both small, as well as a gnome, and they are starting to wake the folks up over there. But you can still hear the water kind of splashing and writhing over in front of where the group was fighting before.
Oh, and then Lucas, I did remove 4 of my minor potions since I gave it to the other 2, saying give it to like the people that need it.
Coolio. So what are you doing, Steve?
I'm just going to move up here a little bit, I guess, to there.
Okay.
Can I see anything in the water and evidence where it is or anything?
You cannot at this moment.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm done then. Nothing to shoot at. So, yeah, we'll just hang out.
All right. Do you want to ready an action? Because you can always ready an action.
Yeah, let me have a sword drawn. Make it flaming as well.
Okay. So you draw your sword, have it flaming. So the way that readied actions work is you tell me what you want your trigger to be, and then you tell me what your action is. So you could still have your long.
No, go ahead. I guess if I get like attacked or anything tries to grab me, I guess I'd just swing at it and swing at it if something attacks me. I guess.
All right, that definitely works.
Nice.
All right. What is use AC 19? Hey, if it meets it, it beats it. All right. You are pulled underwater, as well as taking 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Everybody stay away from the edge.
Everyone who is over inside the room, you can or Seftis, you definitely just watched this. You just watched you get pulled down into the water. Iluna, Albina, you can also see that through the bits and pieces in the building that you're in. Smith, you can hear you splashing around as this lesser water weird has pulled him out. You imagine that you need to maintain your spell for at least another 30 seconds before it's finalized.
Gotcha. My turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. Sorry.
I'll kind of peek out where I was before.
Mm-hmm.
Get kind of an update as to what's going on.
Yeah, you see that across the field, across the marsh, you can see that the water elemental is dead. Me is over there with 2 other folks that you saw him on the boat with, and they're starting to rouse those that are alive over there and getting them back up.
Cool.
You can still feel the presence of the water weird that you are concentrating on, still within like this area, as you are looking out over the scene.
Now, are they visible when they reach out? Because they're invisible in the water, right? Are they visible when they reach out?
Only for that. Yeah, only for that moment. Basically, you can see the tendril come out. So it's like when
Can I ready a firebolt to attack
Absolutely.
when they reach out? Or does that count as concentrating? Does that mess with my concentration?
Actually, I think that does. Hold on. Jared,
It's not a concentration spell per se, but...
What are you doing?
What?
Sounds like you're like smacking your lips or something.
Oh no, that's me spamming keys right now as I'm doing combat in Spider-Man in between turns.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not doing main stories, so I don't have to focus. I'm just doing side shit.
As long as you're paying attention, that's all I care about. All right. Holding on to a spell's magic. If you're... when you ready a spell, you cast it as normal, but hold its energy, which you release. To be ready to spell must have a casting time of 1 action, and holding on to the spell's magic requires concentration.
Uh-huh.
So, there we go.
I will not do that.
Okay. Yep. Like I said, you can still cast into... You can still cast into the water. You actually know the general area where this thing is. You're just going to be attacking an unseen target, which means you have disadvantage.
Okay. Let's do it. So, Firebolt with disadvantage?
Yep.
That'd be 12.
Unfortunately, that just misses.
Okay, I'm gonna retreat back.
Okay. All right. Iluna, you can see you splashing about. Smith tried casting a firebolt down while he's concentrating on this spell to keep the other water weird at bay, but he missed. You can still see you splashing around wildly.
I'm gonna try something a little bit different. Since last time my rescue didn't work. I can shoot into the water?
Yeah. Like I said, you're just gonna roll with disadvantage.
Why can't I find it? I think I used it already. Yeah, the clockwork amulet. I thought that would help create advantage, but I think I used it.
The clockwork amulet basically just lets you take a 10 instead of rolling a d20. So you would just automatically be hitting with an 18.
Yeah, that's instead of clicking to roll for the moonbow, I just go for an 18. Is that what you're?
Yeah, but I'm
Oh
actually
my
not
goodness.
sure how that is. Hold on one second. Let's see if anybody's ever made.
Oh, you mean? I was thinking it gave me an advantage, but I don't think. I guess it
Oh,
doesn't. So I would even it back out.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, because I was kind of leaning this way as well. So this is going to allow you to forego rolling the d20 to get a 10 on it, but being that you're rolling with disadvantage, you have to roll 2d20. You have to roll twice and take the lowest. So if you want to use this ability, you can. One of your rolls will just be an 18. But you're still rolling with you still have to roll, and you're going to have to take the lowest out of whatever you roll and the 18.
So one normal roll and one automatic 18.
Exactly, and
Is
you
that?
take the lowest of that. Which, hey, I mean, like, the fact that you have a +8 to hit, you have good chances. I mean, Smith
Okay.
also had good
Oh,
chances
Jesus
and also
Christ.
missed. Okay, yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah.
yeah, you just
Nobody's. Whatever. That's my action, but my action, do I get 2 shots?
well, it's your clockwork
Still?
amulet is I don't think that is an action.
Yeah, but my
Yeah, so
first
you still
shot.
yeah, you still get your second attack. So go ahead and roll, and then this is just going to be again with disadvantage because you get 2 attacks per turn.
How does the amulet work? Is that only one time per?
When you
Or
yes,
is it
it
just
is once you've
perpetual?
used the property, it can't be used again until the next dawn.
Okay.
So again, you're just going to make another attack with disadvantage.
Oh, one
Hey,
was a 20.
there you go. Look at that.
I got better.
All right, let's roll the damage.
Oh, can I make that one my favorite foe?
You can move your favorite foe. Yeah.
The storm's still brewing.
Yes.
Did it calm down yet?
Nope, storm is still going. The water is still torrential.
Okay. I'm not using it as my favorite foe.
Okay.
So I don't do the 1d6.
You are being grappled at the moment. Oh, what's up?
Did it damage it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I lost my sequence. Oh, okay. I guess I was done. I still can try and rescue him.
I mean, that's if you want to do that. Like I said, you do still technically have your bonus action.
My spells are messed up.
Why?
I think I did rescue 3 times.
You did.
Well, that's when the net went down.
You
Okay,
should.
I only have 2 checked off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You should have 1 first level spell slot and 1 second level spell slot left.
I was like that. I was looking at my spell slots,
So,
and I thought they were wrong, and they
are
are
you
wrong.
Are
it
you
was
casting
the
rescue?
net was going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's playing to character. She would try to rescue him.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Why wouldn't she? She tried to rescue a complete stranger. Well, he's nearly a complete stranger as it is, but. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You are pulled up out of the water. again, you land up on the deck, and it's going to be your turn.
Way.
I'm gonna run off the deck into the water.
Yes.
She will never rescue you again.
You
never
okay?
again.
What are you doing once you get down there?
No, so I got
I'm so curious.
so he got pulled to here, yeah.
Yeah.
So what he's going to do
Well,
is do a running jump.
I typically rescue people behind me, but sure, this
Okay.
time I just threw
He's
him right
gonna-
on the.
Go here, so 5, 10, 15, 20,
Uh-huh.
and then into the water.
Okay.
However far he can go with the rest of his
She would
movement.
be
Which you only have 30 feet, so you'd be able to get like 5 feet away.
And then while he's underwater,
I'm
I'm changing shape.
Okay, what are you changing
Oh.
shape to?
A turtle.
Okay. Well, yeah, okay. Same basic arrangements. You can make yourself appear as
yes,
another
correct.
race. You can't adapt to a creature. You must adopt to the same basic arrangements. To be head and limbs.
Yeah, I think as long as he's seen one before.
Yeah. All right.
Pretty sure Iluna would curse at him at first, jumping back into the fucking water. She pulled him out.
Okay, yeah. So you jump into the water, and you shape change into a turtle. You're a little turtle.
that's my turn.
Okay.
I hope we saw him turn into a turtle, because otherwise, Iluna would be pretty
Turtle
furious
soup.
that he jumped right
Turtle
into
soup's
the
on the
water.
menu. Got my flaming produce flame ready. Who has a pot?
I'm like, the hell is that? That's a turtle.
Yeah, that's you, buddy.
I have some turtle soup.
Meat's back on the menu.
Yeah, you guys see you just dive into the water, and like from like the the waves of the water, you just see this like turtle head pop up. Okay. Cool. So wait a second. As an action, you determine the specifics. You can make yourself
Fucking
appear as another.
changeling.
None of your game statistics change. Okay, that's kind of what I needed to know. So
Like, can he still move the same and everything?
Wait,
Speed
that doesn't
wise,
change like his ability to swim, though.
no, he doesn't gain a swimming speed.
So now he's just flopping around the water as well as he could have swum before, despite looking like a turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just gonna drown under the water.
Out
like
of
a-
character, you guys
Yeah.
know that. But in character,
Yeah.
you don't know if you can swim as a turtle or not.
Yeah.
He might not even be able to get out of the water now. He's a tiny turtle.
The worst thing is that he jumps in the water and he's like, "Bow," and then all of a sudden he's actually a tortoise who can't swim.
That's great.
Yeah, a tortoise, not a turtle.
He's like,
Oopsie.
damn it, this isn't land. About that.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like you're able to change your shape, but you don't gain the benefits of being a turtle. So you just look
You
like a
imagine
turtle.
the wrong thing.
So yeah, this lesser water weird is still coming after you, buddy.
It's not like
That's fine.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
You take 5 damage, and you are grappled again. As those of you that are up on the dock
no.
that could see, you is not currently there. Seftis, Albina, and Iluna, you guys saw you dive off into the water. This little turtle head popped up, and all of a sudden those same watery tendrils come up over top of him and just drag him back down.
So he's gotten 2 turns within the last couple people, or is this a different one?
No, it's a different one.
Him? Okay.
Yeah. All right. It is going to be Albina.
So I would have seen, but I don't see him. I don't see him there anymore. Like he kind of just sank to the bottom, or
Who, you?
yeah, as he like I
Yeah.
really wouldn't see him much.
I mean,
Tendrils
sink to the bottom. I mean, it's only waist high water, but he's definitely grappled.
Deep.
So you definitely can see you in turtle form.
So
Am I not turtly
I'm
enough
gonna kind of
for the
just
turtle
jump
club?
down. I don't know who I'm grabbing here. Okay, and move over. It's just so loud. I'm so sorry.
Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to the end of the pier?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like look down, be like, you guys,
You
did
see-
you see where you went?
You can see him. Like you can see this turtle. Like, you know.
Oh, I saw him transform.
I mean, you definitely saw this like little turtle head pop up for a quick second and then be pulled back down, and you can see some thrashing now.
Okay. You quit playing games. Hang tight. All right. So am I?
Yeah.
Close enough.
You need to roll the damage.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Else
Yep,
I was gonna have to dive in the water.
No, and it's gonna take all that damage.
Let's see. Over here.
I guess I should probably add an NPC page for mimicry and Uric.
What? Oh. Exciting. Yeah, Iluna would be highly curious about those two appearing at it. I mean, he said he would
Nice.
look at
22.
There's
Ooh.
a
Fucking
good
kidding me?
trust factor there for a start.
I
She
was
wouldn't
gonna
kid you.
produce
You're
flame
her favorite
next, but
DM.
I didn't know which one I should do first, so I was going with the spirit guardians.
Are you doing anything with your action?
I was gonna do produce flame and then
Okay, go ahead and roll the attack
Attack.
for that, and keep in mind that's still with disadvantage.
oh shoot, I didn't. Okay, I had already clicked.
That's fine.
for-
You can just roll it again.
I'll roll it again. Okay.
Uric, Twisted Mind.
In a million years, when they land,
Say it
we'll
once
see.
it finally decides.
Yeah, like the one day it was on a 20, and I was so happy, and then boom, rolled over to like a 2, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like right now it's on 18. It's probably gonna go to 4. Oh, it stayed. Yay!
All right, roll again.
Oh, it didn't do both? What the heck? Okay.
I'll say it still hasn't popped up the 18 yet.
Okay, you're probably gonna get 3 rolls. So the first 2, I guess.
Okay.
18.
I'll say there's the 24 now. So
Okay, and then I don't think the other one's even. What the heck? But try that again. There it goes. The die never even appeared there. I'm like, what the heck? Because the other one was still rolling about, so I guess it wasn't letting me roll since that one was still rolling.
Roll in, roll in, roll in. Roll hide. Ooh.
That was me. I was just seeing if mine would actually roll before hers. I roll for some reason. I don't think your second one is rolling, Hannah.
It is. It's a 15. It's
a 15.
Well, it's 15 plus the 6, so 21.
Okay, that's fine. Then that hits. So go ahead and roll the damage. And this is produce flame, which is 2d8. So actually, no, don't worry about rolling the damage. Because you hit that thing with a 22. It only had 24 hit points left. So you would have killed it.
And I hit 21 more.
All
Shredding
right.
its tentacles apart.
Shredding. All right. So as the water stops thrashing, Albina, you go up. You know, you see your spirit guardians. They're like attacking into the water. You cast your produced flame in that area. This tiny little eruption appears there, and you feel yourself released from this grapple. The water is still churning, but nothing else is coming after you. Combat is effectively over.
Venus is gonna walk back toward Iluna. All right, you figure a way out. She's just gonna go over. Right up next to Iluna. Believe that kid over there playing games while he's being grappled.
Me is still on the other island helping the other people.
Yes, yeah. So you are over there. So I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom really bad. I just wanted to get through combat, and then we'll kind of wrap things up because we're at 8:45.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a restroom break as well. I didn't want to
Yeah.
stop in the middle, but I've been waiting.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yay.
I'm back too. I thought you were already back. I just take some time to walk slowly.
All right. So
What'd I
I'm gonna
miss?
bring the map over to. Oh wait, sorry, I took it away. So now that combat is effectively done, what are you guys doing?
I'm helping the
So,
people on the island.
I'm gonna help the people on the island
This-
too.
Robin's gonna get her
When-
Mimcat, and she hasn't given him some treatment for a while, so she's gonna just brush Rappa.
So, it still looks like a storm is brewing, or is
Yes,
Oh, it
that
is.
calmed?
the storm is still The storm is still
So
going.
that means
Oh no, then I'm not taking my Mimcat out.
there's still not. I was gonna say,
roll me a
that still
perception
means
check.
there's
Who?
magic. Yes,
Everyone, roll me a perception check.
Okay,
me,
let's start off with
everybody.
perception.
Nat 20!
Perception.
Ooh, I think that's the first time that Smith's ever got like a 4 on perception.
Ooh.
Excuse me, I'm rocking 14 passive perception. Let's not
Sure
worry
you-
about that 4.
Yeah.
He's a little
Sure.
weakened from his concentration.
My
that's
Not to
passive-
mention I'm still in a
18.
warehouse or a building trying to concentrate.
My 18.
Yeah.
Is the minute passed yet?
I will say that a minute will pass here in a few seconds.
Yeah, he's been busy.
Is Jared here? Is Jared gonna roll a perception check?
I didn't know if I needed to because I'm technically halfway across the island.
Well, actually,
He
it's
said
something.
everyone.
It's something that you
Well,
would
true.
notice. You would notice too.
It doesn't matter.
Nope. Yeah, you're more
Well, he
focused.
did-
You're more focused on dealing with these guys.
Well, you might.
As this whole thing is going on up there. So I'm gonna say until Albina's actually comes through, I think the only one who notices this
yeah,
is
mine-
you.
My passive's 18. I was hoping for something a bit.
Yeah, I don't even see mine rolling. That's the.
Oh yeah, you got a 10. There it is.
Oh, there it
Yeah.
is.
Around in the
Yeah,
water.
passives will always. I mean, I'll always do passives, but that's just gonna put second highest up to be Iluna. But I'm gonna say that it's you that notices this. So you guys all noticed that there was a storm that was brewing right above. That the center of this storm was like right above where this caster was. You didn't really notice this from when you killed him because a lot of the everything was going on. The water elemental started to emerge, but as you're going across the water in your turtle form, you just kind of have your head poking out. And you're looking around at everything, getting this little bit of a lower view. You can see that the storm's eye has shifted and is now above the center of this island that you're moving up to.
Oh, God.
Hey, I
Well,
actually remember Mimicry
wouldn't-
saying that the caster of the storm wasn't the one on the pier.
No. And I want to make this
What,
clear. He specifically said that he saw him casting another spell.
I
Oh.
started somewhere else. we'd really not notice this from the water's edge. Aren't these islands kind of on the small side?
They are, but that's the thing. Like the eye of the storm. I mean, the eye of the storm is not just like an Oreo-sized blip in the sky.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a big thing. So it's you who is it's you who notices that, whereas before the eye was a little bit more closer to land, it's now shifted just slightly more out to sea.
Well, that's I guess what I was gonna be saying to everyone. Like, the storm didn't stop. Where's the magic? Where's the source?
Yeah,
It
so
wasn't that guy casting.
by
dead.
by saying that, it's where we'll say that that's where you looks up and sees that, like, it seems as if this storm is centered on this little island that you
Okay.
notice has some standing
Iluna's
stones on it
main-
at the top.
Yeah, 3 of them, right?
Can I go
We
investigate
can't.
them?
Well, we'll save that for next session.
All right. Well, can I help
Oh,
heal the rest of the guys
no.
on the island with me?
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to know. So, as your attention is sort of drawn up towards the top of this island, like I said, you can see that there are a few standing stones, because actually on this map you can see that one of them, another standing stone, is like crumbled up in the upper right.
Oh, is that what that is?
Oh.
And
I
it was
mean,
actually a statue. You can see that there's like feet, but it's
Yeah.
a
And
standing
there's a head
stone.
underneath of a tree.
Yep, under the tree. So that's my question. Are all of you going across over to the island to
No.
investigate?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Amina's gonna stay
Iluna's main
put. She's
concern
gonna
is-
climb back on top of that building and sit down with her Mimcat.
Oh, Iluna's main concern is the children and anime. If especially if other people are giving attention towards helping, then Iluna's like concerned because the storm is still happening and those kids have been alone for, which would seem like a long time, but only like a few minutes, I guess.
Yeah, like literally like 5 minutes for like the whole thing.
For the whole thing by them. But that's where Iluna would attempt to head once she made it known that it was like the magic's still happening, and because of that she'd be concerned of getting the kids with the rest of us, making sure they're okay.
Okay, so here's my question. Because this will determine how we go about things next session. Who is going back to check on the kids, make sure that they are right? I know that Iluna is.
I mean, unless somebody grabs her attention about something else, that's where she's gonna head. I mean, she's
this
not
is
gonna
why
be oblivious to what's going on.
Well,
That's
yeah, but I
where
mean,
it's
this
going.
is why I'm asking specifically. Right now you're making the choice to go and check in on the kids.
At least head in
Amina's
that
gonna
direction until something
sit down on
her
that
attention.
on top of that roof and just be like, "Well, Smith, where's your whooper gang, whatever it's called."
Whooper tinger.
Whooper, yeah, that's what it is. You wanna whooper ganger?
Even
you wanna let the kids play together? Our work's done
Even with
here.
the
She sits
storm
down and takes off
brewing.
her boots.
All right. So Iluna's going
Even
to check
after
on the
he leaves,
kids, and Albina is
Iluna's
gonna
like,
watch the
"Here's
waves.
the magic.
She's gonna let her feet air out. She's gonna
You
sit
don't
there
care
with the
about the magic."
cat, let him claw at some of that extra wood, and yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna go in order because I got Stacy and Hannah. Aaron, what is you gonna do?
You is going to help whoever has not been healed or healed to heal them.
Okay.
With Prayer of the Dying. So
you're gonna work on the commoners.
Yeah.
Okay. What is me gonna do?
And then also I'm gonna take my
Mm.
special thing.
He's going to continue helping on the island with the soldier friend that he made.
Okay, so we got me and you on the commoners. What are you doing,
I mean,
Aaron?
Albina has her weapon over there still, right? So she could just be like, I'll help you guys if you need.
Yeah,
Watch you from a
your
distance.
your spiritual weapon is still procced, at least for another like minute.
So I'm gonna use Spare the Dying, which I get to regain 1d8 plus 4 health.
Gotcha.
No.
That's what that isn't that like Among the Dead thing, or what is that?
Defying Death.
That's right. Yeah, once per long rest. Okay. So you're gonna get back 1d8 plus 4. So on to Smith. What are you gonna be working on, buddy?
Been a minute?
What's that?
Has it been a minute?
Oh, yes. It has been a minute. As you see you makes his way over. You're watching me and the others go about trying to heal everyone. Iluna is heading back to check on the kids. Albina has like just with her cleric strength pulled herself up onto that roof, sitting up there with her mimcat, just kind of like letting her feet sway. You feel the spell fully cast 100%, and your concentration is now alleviated.
Wait. Okay. Yeah, I know about these kids, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I hope you know about these kids.
I mean, you weren't there whenever you like they encountered them or anything, but like you do know the kids are up there.
Well, yeah, in the beginning, Iluna saw them and said they're in there to everyone. Right?
Yeah,
there's someone we haven't
you
dealt with,
should
like a
have
sniper or something?
There was an arcane
Yeah.
archer that was attacking the group up there.
That has not been dealt with yet, right?
Well, they did try shooting at him, but since that encounter, there has not been any sounds up there, but like nobody could claim that they killed him.
And he hit.
I'm gonna suggest
this?
I'm gonna suggest to the group that we check on the children. Or I guess everyone's already left, haven't they? Yeah, I'm gonna go check on the children.
I'll say me and you are over on the other side of the island. Iluna's heading up to check on the kids, so you can go and check on them with her.
I got you guys covered. I'll keep an eye around. I'll be just sitting up there.
Okay. Smith, and then we'll go on to Cephas.
Yeah, I was going to go for the kids as well in case that sniper guy is still around.
Coolio.
Assistance if needed.
So I will mark on here. So we got kids with Iluna. Oh, I spelled that wrong. We got Iluna, Smith, and Cephas.
We're splitting up the party.
We got
Not very far.
we got guard duty, which is Albina, kind of watching over the whole lot of you. And then we got over on the islands dealing with the folk. We got me and you.
What summoned these water elementals?
Sorry, what's that?
What summoned these water elementals?
The tiefling. The tiefling
That's
that you
I want some more of these water elements.
You actually do not. You don't see his body. Like I said, the water is still torrentially. The water is still like sloshing. The storm is still going on. So, like his body was kind of like lost in the chaos. Because when he was killed, sorry, say it again.
Are there any bodies on the pier?
Any bodies on the pier would just be the berserker bodies that would have been farther down to the left that you guys killed.
The berserkers aren't associated with the tieflings, are they? Or were they?
The berserkers were associated with the tieflings, but it almost as if they were like fanatics. More of, like cultists. So the most that you can see on them is some tattered leather armor, and I would say, like the great axes that they used. They were all the only other thing that you would note about them is that they all had the symbol of Talos on them, that 3 lightning bolt symbol.
Gotcha.
Okay, so cool. I think we're gonna call it there. We will attend to everything next session. I have everything written down.
Don't lose it.
I have it written down on the DM layer on here, so really hard for me to lose it.
Don't lose
it.
So I'm also gonna throw it up in here.
Yeah,
You're supposed to tell us a story.
Oh yeah, how you planned on this playing out.
Again, like I said, not necessarily planned. I just had this dream that was kind of crazy. And
are you still streaming?
I am still streaming.
Oh, I thought you wanted to capture that dream in the stream.
Guard.
You want to dream your stream?
I'll stream my dream.
I'll
dream my stream. And then the folks, we got me and you. Cool. There we go. Yeah. So what had happened was it kind of played out in the way that like I visualized the combat that you guys normally do anyway. Where like I was kind of like watching it from a movie perspective, but what had happened was you had gone down there. In the dream there were more weirds. There was like 2 more weirds, and then the lesser weirds. So you're all like looking out across this. You were actually all slightly weaker than you were. Like you were all out of spell slots. You you were all pretty much just like, ready to call it. You see this happening, and me and you were like, pirates live to run another day. And
as a famous Kane crew named Sparrow said, fight now to run away.
Yes. So the two of you, the 2 of you were like prepping to leave, but Cephas was like standing out on the dock, and he's watching this, and he's like, do you have? He's like looking back to like Smith and to Albina, and Iluna is like. Do you have any more spell slots? And it's, everyone's like, no, we're out. And it's like, he's like, we have to stop them before they destroy this place. And then everyone's like, what can we do? And Cephas, he looks out, he sees the water elemental, sees the weirds. He has this thought, and he turns around, he looks at Smith, looks at Albina, and he opens up his chest to reveal his arcane core, and he looks at Smith and is like, do you still have a charge left in that staff? And Smith's like, yeah, I still have 1. And he's like, use it to overcharge my core. And and I heard Smith's voice say, wait, can I actually do that? And I was like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know where he's going with this, but we'll see. So it was like, you rolled a d20. I told you to roll an Arcana check. And he looks over at Albina, and he's like, your god is all about war and fighting and firepower. He's like, can you say a prayer to protect us? And Albina's like, yeah. So she starts praying. So she rolled a religion check. Smith basically he rolled high, whatever it was. So like he's channeling all of his arcane power into the Staff of Fire and into Cephas's core. Cephas's core is like now burning 10 times brighter. Flames are like licking up around his head and stuff. And he's like, Smith's like getting weak and stuff and like about to fall over, but he hears Albina casting this spell or saying this prayer. And he's like he's like faltering over, and Cephas grabs him and he's like, it's gonna be okay. And so as soon as it's done, as soon as Albina casts the spell, he's like he looks over to Iluna, and he's like load up 2 arrows, and he like touches the tips of them, sets them on fire, and he's like, give me the distraction I need. And so Iluna shoots the 2 arrows, and Cephas turns around, he looks out across the marsh. The water where he is like near is kind of sizzling and boiling as he's entering his rage and taking out his sword. And he steps down into the water, and I'm like, okay, the water is like boiled, and it's almost this like splitting of the Red Sea. Like anywhere that you are is dry, and like there's no difficult terrain. So Cephas runs out as far as he can, uses his volcanic greatsword ability to get this like big swing, using all 5 charges of it to just do this like massive sweeping attack across the entire field. And I made him roll a Constitution saving throw, and he rolled like medium low. So it like he swipes across. Oh, Albina also got high on her religion check. So it swipes across. All the creatures are like looking up at the 2 arrows that landed on the other side, so they were distracted, as this wave of like molten flame just reaches across the island, destroying everything in its path, saving the people because they were all protected by Tempest's shield. And Cephas is like standing out in the middle of the water, like where the water was, and he like as soon as like the smoke and steam clears, the rest of you can see him like, drop to his knees as his arcane core is now shrinking down to this minuscule like little candle flame. And the water around him is starting to rush in, and Iluna casts rescue on him and gets him back up onto the dock, and he just has this like tiny little flickering flame inside of him. And it was at that point that I was like, okay, Cephas, you have 1 hit point left, and you have level 3 exhaustion. Which is the point where you have disadvantage on ability checks, attacks, saves, and your speed is halved. He's laying there nearly dead on the ground. And it's at that point that I'm like, oh, Smith, Cephas, Albina, I was like, Smith, when you were imbuing this into him, like you felt this familiar power coming from his core. I was like, and Cephas, when you felt Albina casting this spell, you felt this fire around you. There was this like familiarity to it all, as if there's this like ingrained connection between the 3 of you. And it was at that point that
he's his father.
What's that?
Does Smith say I am your father? No.
No.
But it was at that point that I was like the scene kind of changed, and I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, well, yeah, that was fucking cool as shit, but I guess the session's over in 5 minutes. Because that was the whole thing. It's like, you guys were all like, all right, we're fucking gonna die. And Cephas is just like, no, I'm gonna sacrifice myself. And yeah, so it was crazy. Like I said, I had this dream the other night, and I was like, there's no way that this scene's gonna play out in any capacity. It's like, but I have to write it down. I have to save it somewhere and remember this and tell them whenever we get to this point.
You need to sleep with a little like a recorder next to you.
Yeah.
Just like start rambling. And Kaylee's gonna be like,
wake up at 4 in the morning, just like wake up at 4 in the morning.
Throw that pug butt pillow at you. What are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Yeah, just like, but Cephas, he's sacrificing himself. It's the power of the core.
What the hell are you talking about? Cephas Ew.
Yeah, Cephas. What the fuck is a Cephas? Oh
But-
yeah.
So can Smith charge up his core that way?
I mean, the thing is like I said, you know, in that moment, I had that thought, and like I said, it sat with me over the past couple days that I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, you know, Smith would have to roll high, and also he would be using up all the remaining charges of it.
All of
Now, granted, it was only one charge left, because that was actually what spurred me on thinking about this. I was looking through all your character sheets, and so I was like, you know, like could Smith's, like, you know, use charges of his Staff of Fire to empower Cephas, and then Cephas use charges of his sword to get this giant sweeping flame attack? I'm like, that could be, like, that's rule of cool right there. You know, it's like, it's not a thing that should happen, but, like, you know what, if it came up, if it came up naturally, if stuff like that came up naturally,
actually proposed it.
and it's and it's like within the realms of die rolls, because like I said, you know, I was like, all right, Smith would have to make an Arcana check because he's having to power his arcane energy and put it into imbue it into this staff through the charge that's left, and then give that to Cephas somehow, and then Cephas would have to be able to withstand it. Yeah, it was like I said, it was a crazy dream, and I had to sit down at my computer the next day and try and remember all the details.
Luke, some of
That is
Robbie,
great.
that's for sure.
The best ending to our session.
Wait, hold on. What did you say, Aaron?
So I'm upset with you.
Because I assumed you would just run away.
Yeah.
No, you let Smith mess with his flame, and I don't get to do anything.
Oh, well, so here's the thing. There would be a reason for that. And that was there is a thing, there is something deeper there. So yeah, I could see why you might be disappointed, but there is a thing that's a little deeper there.
It semi reminded me of that prophecy Smith had. Was it Smith or Cephas had? Where,
for what?
like, way back when we all had a prophecy, and one of them was Cephas kind of
Oh yeah, my
blowing up.
Oh yeah. Smith's
When you were saying that his core would get all this power, I was like, I remember this.
Smith's visions was of Iluna using her pendant, and then Smith's core overloading and exploding.
Yeah.
Instead, your dream was only partially true to where me ran away.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. When you said you're like,
Got
I'm gonna go run and find the smugglers, and I'm like, all right, well, that kind of plays
You're
into
like,
it.
it's starting. It's happening.
Oh man, I almost forgot about these visions, but yeah, like Cephas saw the red dragon staring him down, and Albina losing control of her flames, and Albina saw herself killing Cryovane.
To me, that's a core thing. 'Cause it just happened so. I don't know. It was because of
That
the
whole
whole
thing,
full moon
that whole
story.
thing was random happenstance.
It was, but I started talking about full moon and trying to make something happen. You randomly
Lucas,
gave us all visions.
What's up, buddy?
That's why I was asking if I could turn into a lizard folk or a turtle.
Why were you asking to turn into a lizard folk?
Because lizard folk can theoretically breathe underwater.
But here's the thing, like, you knows his limitations.
Right, but the rest of the players don't know if I could breathe underwater or not. That's the thing.
Why would it make a difference if
He was
because
literally
they don't
being
know
chaotic.
what he is. They don't know what you is.
Just playing into the chaos.
Yes, because
Gotcha.
he's
The
turned
only
into-
person
Oh.
that knows any of this is me, and he was nowhere around to see him turn into a turtle and do this stupid stunt, or else
Yep.
he would call him an idiot.
Oh my god.
Mm.
That's why he
Crazy.
did this, because
Yeah.
I wasn't around to call him an idiot.
Yeah, I had fun with today's session.
Somebody else called him an idiot after saving his life and he
Yeah,
comes
Albina.
flying back into the water.
Albina and
That's
Luna
okay. You
just
saw
like,
him turned into a turtle, as long as you know he was able to breathe.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
So we forgave the idiocy for that. I'm just wondering how long it would take any of us to suspect him as a changeling due to knowing if changelings exist and what they can do.
That is a
Like,
great question.
Actually, come to think of it, didn't we write in the backstory that me knows he's a changeling, but it's never seen his true face?
Yeah, you've never seen his true form. He mostly is
Yeah.
either in the Aarakocra form or in the goblin form.
But aren't changelings don't have a true form?
No, they
Changelings,
They do.
no, they do. Yeah, they do. Like they're born with
They
a
do?
they're
I thought
born
they were, like-
with form and face. Like it's just it's like white,
It's
like pale
if I
skin,
recall,
white
it's-
hair.
Yeah.
I thought they were-
Yeah. So like
It's
they
like-
I thought
do.
they were very plain though.
Well, they're like I
you
said,
might
they're.
not be able to tell one changeling from another.
I mean, it would all depend. Like they do have their own, like in their true form, they have like white hair, like pale eyes or something like that, and they would have a true form, but normally they're going to have on their their other form, their shape change to something that's generally more comfortable.
Comfortable.
I mean, hey, it's kind of like your clothing whenever, for any other humanoid, whenever it comes to a changeling is, it's like, this is a comfortable form for me, but, maybe today I want to be, maybe I want to be a female dwarf.
But yeah, because back whenever I attempted to run my multi-personality Pact of the Legion changeling, it was just like his base form was just a very pale humanoid creature who almost looked like he was sick because of how pale they are.
Yep. That is the
Oh,
case.
I found it. It says changelings are pale with colorless eyes and silver white hair. This the vaguest description of anything.
Yeah. So I mean, like
Yes.
they do have form and shape.
Nondescript.
So, all right. Well, I'm gonna